it's on. Like Donkey Kong.
We're doing it live.
Live, pre-recorded. It's that time of the week.
Again.
That this episode will be out late.
Of course.
Dunno, Matt's dead.
Is every other episode out yet? I haven't even checked. That's how busy I've been.
Yeah. We've had probably one out on time. Speaking of which, Matt's dead again.
Oh. Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, that's right. We've replaced him with someone who looks exactly like him in no way at all.
Yeah, totally.
It's my sister.
Hello.
Hello. What is your name?
Ruby.
Oh, that's good.
Ruby Riot.
Yeah.
Who? Who the fuck is that?
Wrestling.
Oh yeah. Oh god, we're not allowed to swear in this. This is the PG-13 edition, even though you're like.
No, it's the Venom.
15.
15.
It's the Venom cut.
I was like, are you 16 yet? I don't remember. Yes, it's back once again. It's the Renegade Master.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's terrible.
Well, the good thing is Matt's been killed off in the Doctor Who one.
No,
I mean, I know we talked about it like.
Fired his ass.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't know where he is. So yeah, if you're out there, Matt, I hope you've released this.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to our channel, you bastard. We've got some shit today, mainly Doctor Who Series 11, Episode 1 review, which I watched. Last time I watched it was Wednesday. I watched it twice.
I watched it today. Which
You watched it like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of it?
Yeah, kind
No.
of.
I remember the Doctor was in it.
And a man and another man.
What are your
Guy
general
with teeth on
feelings,
his
Matt?
face and kebab.
What are your general feelings, Connor, about the I called you Matt for some reason.
Oh,
Matt's dead.
I don't know nothing like him.
No, you don't. You're at least 5 foot taller than him.
That's not very hard, is it?
Savage, Ruby can stay.
What I think of it.
What am I trying to do?
I don't know. An average 7. Like I still felt it wasn't 11th hour. It wasn't special.
Look, we're getting just
Don't get
tease.
too deep.
Yeah, tease. Like the woman who fell to earth's the main thing.
It's rubbish.
Okay, so
That
what?
kind
So
We're
we got
sipping, not spilling tea.
sipping, not spilling. I want to rename it Sip Don't Spill.
No.
This week, James Gunn, Suicide Squad 2, and old Dave Bautista wants to jump ship with him. First look.
But why Bane?
I'll get onto that. I wrote it down for. These are just basic words to remember my memory.
Words.
The first look at Ruby Rose's Batwoman in the Arrowverse. Gotham finale is going to include Batman. I think I just wrote that so we had some more DC stuff because we're trying to not be all Marvel all the time.
We're anti-Marvel, really.
We're going to finish our New Who review after I've had my stroke, because we did Russell T Davies series 1 to 4. So now, Ruby, you get to talk about the Moffat era.
No.
No, okay.
Oh, no.
No one wants to, but we have
Yeah,
to.
you can.
And then the woman who fell
You're
to
the one
earth.
that wrote the notes. You can do whatever.
Okay, so yeah. First up, hold them.
Okay.
That's your job now. Suicide
Yeah.
Squad 2 has a new director.
Who?
James Gunn of Guardians of the Galaxy fame.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Do you think that'll make it better?
I am curious.
No, that's the thing, because I hate Suicide Squad with a passion.
Yeah. No.
It's shite.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's
going to be
bad.
irrelevant. It's going to be irrelevant after the new one.
But then it's either going to be a sequel or
A reboot.
a reboot.
It has to be a reboot.
And then because apparently James Gunn doesn't work with Jared Leto, so no
Well, he's
more
gonna
no
have
more
to.
Jokers.
Yay.
Or we'll
He's
just
getting
put
his own-
Joaquin Phoenix in it because
Yay. Make that
DC have
relevant.
no idea what they're doing.
Just like Sony.
No, we talked about Venom last week.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Woo, desert bitch. Oh fuck.
It's like a nice desert.
It is very.
It is a nice desert.
The nicest of all that I can't. This is how I drive in real life.
No.
For those
I'm so glad you know.
for those of you listening with your ears, which should be everyone, because if you can see it,
I mean-
get off my roof.
Stop watching us.
I can see
We-
you.
Today's form of recording entertainment is Mad Max. I'll probably see Suicide Squad 2 if James Gunn directs it, because Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy 1 and 2 are amazing.
I haven't seen the first one, so
Have you not?
no.
I thought you had.
No.
You're like big Groot. You're like Groot fan number 1.
Yeah,
You are Groot.
Yeah, Groot.
Oh, Groot. Imagine if they just take all of the Guardians, because Dave Bautista it was like, where do
all
I?
the Guardians in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, because Dave Bautista, who plays Drax, was like, "Where do I sign up?" He shared the article.
Yeah, he's like,
Which
I
is-
don't care if Marvel fire me.
Yeah, which is a shame.
That's
bec-
kind of good and bad at the same time.
He's
Exactly.
wicked. Like he is amazing as Drax.
He is the character.
I
No one
don't
else can
know
be
what the
Drax.
oh shit. I'm trying not to die. There we go.
Oh, this is the next game I'm playing.
Yeah.
Why have
So
I not played it?
so. What am I trying to say? Yeah. So the reason I said Bane is because he obviously wants to be in Suicide Squad too, and everyone was saying Bane. Tom Hardy's Bane. Yes. Yeah. I think Dave Bautista would work well in that. Oh, I'm getting shot by so many people.
Just run for your life.
Fix it, chum. Yeah. I mean, it can't be much worse than Suicide Squad 2, and it might
No.
actually make DC movies good. But you know, the rest of them still
Well, fat
exist.
chance.
No.
That
Well,
is-
Wonder Woman was all right. I don't have to see Aquaman because the trailer showed me everything I needed to see. Shazam
Yeah.
will be fun.
Yeah.
You just hate
Ish.
you just hate Shazam.
No.
Yeah.
No, ain't all Shazam for me.
Connor, something else you are, questioning.
I
Oh.
question everything.
Yeah, you question your life. Ruby Rose is Batwoman, not you.
Yeah, no, I know it's not me, okay?
No, not you. You're not.
Otherwise someone has
Can
to
you-
tell me.
Can you confirm that you are not the person from Orange Is the New Black?
I can confirm that I'm not the woman from Orange is the New Black.
Okay, that's cool.
You don't have to worry yourself.
You can talk a bit louder, Ruby. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't be frightened.
Move
It's
closer.
only
Move near the
It's
microphone.
only a couple hundred people watching this.
Yeah,
Listening.
It's only Mum. Mum's the only person who listens to
Hi, Mum.
That is right, it is.
it. Just say it loud enough. She'll just come up and downstairs. Fix the car, you bald bastard.
Oh,
Swear.
Yes.
we're going to talk about Doctor Who now. That's
No,
what I
not
came
yet.
here for.
Anyway, but what do you think about Ruby Rose's Batwoman?
I mean, yay. I haven't seen anything else other than Orange is the New whatever. But
She was in the Meg.
Orange is the New Black.
oh, of course she was.
Yeah,
of course.
you know, your
was
fav-
she in the Meg?
Yeah, your favourite film of the year. I'm
See, that's
getting
how
shot.
memorable it was.
I'm getting shot.
Was she really in the Meg?
Yes, she was.
Which one was she in the Meg? The one I got
She
killed
was
off?
no, she was. She lived.
Oh.
She
And then got killed off.
She was no, she was the tech one.
Oh, of course.
When Jason Statham's like, "My life's in your hands."
Oh, that's
Oh,
right,
it's a
yeah.
megalodon.
Oh,
I love that movie so much.
oh
Is it
no, I
actually good or
didn't.
not?
I enjoyed it.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No.
It's good.
Mm,
Everyone
cringe.
said it was
The thing is,
rubbish.
it's so bad it's good. Like it's
No.
Yeah, Connor,
No, mate.
you're wrong.
No.
No,
You're
no.
obsolete.
Not obsolete, man.
Yeah, you
I
are.
want the Meg too.
What?
If it got rebooted by James Gunn, then yeah.
James Gunn to do the Meg.
Yeah, mate. Anyone over
Shut up, Meg.
everyone who did the Meg.
Where the fuck's this flame coming from?
I don't know.
There,
It's,
right
it's
there.
fire.
Yeah, I know, but I need to find the tank that does it.
Can't you go on? foot
While
and
I look for
run
that,
around?
yeah. So, the costume's good because obviously she wears a wig because that's
okay.
what
Okay.
insert person who plays Batwoman I've forgotten
Ruby
does.
Rose.
No, not her.
No.
Like the person who is Batwoman.
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Barbara Gordon. She
Barbara
because she
Gordon.
wears a wig as into which is clever because Ruby Rose has short hair. So then when she's in the costume, it's like, oh, we're looking for this long-haired red chick.
Mhm.
Long red-haired chick. I don't know why I said long-haired red
Red-headed
chick. Her skin's completely red.
Red-
She's actually
red-headed
part
chick.
tomato.
Rotten tomato confirmed.
Rotten Tomatoes confirmed for the DCU. And do you watch Gotham?
Of course.
I don't.
Who doesn't? George.
I watched the first episode and was like, this is not for me.
No, Gotham's great. Gotham is good. No,
It's
it's
debated
alright.
what with the two versions of the Joker that aren't the Joker.
Yeah, but well, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't
yes.
got onto that just yet,
Yes.
but I know he does come back.
Oh
yeah.
fuck! There's a storm.
Oh
Um,
no!
The storm.
Oh, this is what I hate about
It's
the
oncoming
apocalypse.
storm.
Rose, you're gonna burn. Oh, that didn't work.
What's the point of
You
that?
thought that was gonna work?
Yeah.
Just get out your car and do stuff on foot.
This is. My car's on fire.
Yeah, you
my
can
car
go.
is.
Get
out
Oh,
of the
Get
vehicle.
out!
Get
It
out!
It says
Oh my
get
God.
out.
fix
It's like
it.
get out.
Get out. I
Get
said.
out of the chopper!
Get out. Is a,
Ow!
Get Out is a good film. Yes. The chopper. Yeah. So the finale because it's in the last season now, isn't it? Season 5.
Yeah,
Um.
last forever.
Batman's gonna be in the finale.
He's
Well, he's been in the whole show because Bruce Wayne.
Well, he's pretty much Batboy though. He doesn't feel
Oh,
like a
fuck.
Batman. He feels like a bat
You're
boy or
born
bat
bad.
teen, if anything. He ain't a man yet. Like Tom Holland, he's not a man. He's Spider Boy.
He ain't no man.
He's
Ain't no
Spider
thing
Boy.
but a chicken wing.
He's Spider Boy.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Oh, but Tom Holland's like perfect for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but he
He's
is like a
boy.
child.
Well, he's like 21.
Yeah.
He's like a malnourished Joe Sugg.
Tom Holland, if you're listening,
Just
you
like
look good
you.
for your age, but you're not a man yet.
No, I'm.
You don't look like one.
You used to be a man. Why wasn't Matt Berry in The Woman Who
So
Fell
what,
to Earth?
Spider-Man?
Yeah, why wasn't he?
That's like,
Hello,
Hello, shocker.
hello, Mr. Osborn. I am here to foil your plans.
Call me.
No, he would have been a good Mysterio instead of Jake Gyllenhaal. Damn it, we're talking about Marvel again.
Oh no, we're anti-Marvel, I swear.
Yeah,
We're secretly funded by DC.
here we are.
Um,
James Gunn actually works for us.
yeah.
Come out from under the bed, James. That sounds weird to all my neighbours. Oh, yeah.
Oh, knockout punch.
Wow, that was.
so you
W-
survived the storm and then just get...
I survived the
Punched in the
storm,
face.
got punched in the face by a board man. It's the story of my life. Should we finish? Yeah. So what everyone's here for? Wow, 10 minutes. We're really. It's because it's going to take me like 4 days to get through all those notes.
Why did you write so much?
Because I am
Ask the
a
same question.
representative of the industry. We started our New Who review.
New.
I love that.
New Who
It ain't really new
review.
at this point. I say that every time, but it ain't new at this point.
Okay, well, the modern era of the show, you miserable bastard.
I'm just saying, it ain't new. It's
Got to
10
put it
years.
down on it.
Yeah, so we finished with the RTD era. I gave it a good old, oh shit, oh fuck, what am I looking for?
Bald
Who am
man
I looking
punching
for?
you again. See,
Who am I looking
that's
for?
every bald man in this video.
Oh, that's what I'm
punching
looking
you in
for. I need, that's it. No, because I need to stop the war crier.
Anyway.
Because he buffs people and then you can't beat him.
the neck. We don't like
Okay,
him.
well this hasn't
Not
gone
a
well.
Buff, anything but a buff.
Okay, well, goodbye.
Oh, dear, he's buffed near buff. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
dear. Oh.
Oh, there it is. Just went up the wrong ladder. Get up!
Is there any vampires in this game?
No,
No.
I don't know the Mad Max universe.
Well, nor do I.
I've seen
Why
I've
ask?
seen Fury Road. Where is it?
You just got
There it
buff
is.
vampires one. Oh.
He already got.
Okay. No shit. I didn't want to waste another bullet, but okay.
Fight.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Dickhead.
Oh.
Next
Yes.
one.
So so we did the old
Chapter
RTD era. Ow.
The good era. The
Yeah.
golden era.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
the golden generation because he left when people wanted
child-
more,
the nostalgic
and then
era.
Moffat just didn't leave. Oh, stop punching me! Die!
As every bald man watching our video, he's like, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god, I'm just so stupid. I hate myself.
George, don't be so hard on yourself.
What am I talking about? Yeah, so Moffat era.
Yeah, Moffat.
So let's start with old
The
season
controversial era.
series 5. That was
The
good.
golden, somewhat golden season.
Yeah, series 5, his best series, if not
Mm.
the one of the best series
In all
of
who.
New Hugh,
All of who.
New Hugh Fernie Whittingstall. That was good. 11th Hour is like one of the best episodes ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When he
I
steps.
still think the best like debut.
Yeah, oh, it's the best
series
first
episode.
Doctor story.
It is. It is.
Do 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 do. A theme that would stay forever until we were all.
Yeah, literally, the one
Copyright, the claims, monetization. Yeah,
busy.
I like it because it's the one that's like this is the same show. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
We're all still doing our thing.
Indeedio.
There we go. Now I'm fucking good at this game.
Repetitive animations though.
Yeah, Fury Bar. Here we go.
Oh. What, Tombstone pole driver, Jesus.
Oh,
Dodge that one.
Fury
Yeah.
kill. Yeah, you fill up your Fury Bar because Mad Max has got Fury.
And he's oldie.
He's a rogue.
He's got Rage of the Cage, the Thunderdome. Anyway, yeah. I hate Beast Below though. Like,
No, I can't. Rewatch, I liked it. I appreciated it.
it's a bit
alright.
pointless. It's just a star whale. And, the whale's gonna die, Amy. You're not Clara yet. No.
No, but it's her first trip to space, and she
Yeah,
seems
we
like
are in space.
No.
When she just climbs out the
Yeah,
TARDIS and just hangs on, just goes, Doctor! Series 5's when Amy's at her most Scottish.
Yeah, and then she gradually just loses it and becomes normal.
Well, she doesn't. She never loses her accent.
Oh,
She just comes back now. She's like, "Hello, my name's Amy. I save planets for the Doctor. Hi." What the fuck?
Amelia.
Amelia Pond. Get your cut. Victory of the Daleks is fun, but
Yeah.
it's crap.
Yes.
The Paradigm, when like Matt Smith's in that white room and just looks like
What were they called?
serious.
What did Churchill
They were called
call them?
Daleks.
No, what was it? What was Churchill's name for them?
They are Bracewell's Ironsides, Doctor.
Ironsides, that's it, yeah. Good old
Blueprints, statistics. He and
I have to go, oh, yes, Doctor.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. Actually,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
Churchill from the adverts.
Oh, Doctor.
Oh no! But it has that good moment where he sort of, when he's like beating the Dalek up with a massive spanner.
Oh, yes.
No, not Churchill, the Doctor, when he's like, "You,
Oh, the Doctor.
you are my enemy, and I am yours." Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone is good, but it's not as good as Blink. And when you see the angels, when you see the angels move, kind of ruins the whole point of the fucking angels, Moffat. Churchill wasn't in that one.
No, but he...
Churchill who? Churchill who? Hey. Churchill who? Churchill who?
What the?
That was scary as balls.
At that moment,
He knew.
the mic fucked up. What on earth was that?
Oh, well, the spring just decided that the mic wanted to be down there.
It's a doorbell.
Will, don't go inside. They killed Dad. They took all the supplies. Run. Sandra. Okay, Sandra. You probably did, mate.
Thank you for that note, Sandra.
What comes after Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone? Because then he's kissing her. Or like Amy's trying to like jump
proper
on.
gets
Jump.
it on
Yeah, she's
with
trying
it.
to jump on the Doctor.
Make it not on
Ooh,
PG-13.
Doctor.
Trying to make it not PG-13. Like she's trying
Yeah. Oh, and then it's Vampires of Venice. I like that one.
Yes.
I like when.
Dude.
Yeah, I like when Rory's like
Yeah.
sweet and nerdy.
I like Rory
For
in
once.
general. Like, he's just nice.
Yeah. Just save the universe from aliens. We're just gonna bring all the aliens back again.
Mm.
Turn your
Yeah.
back if it embarrasses you.
I think that might be the best episode of the series, that one.
What, Vampires of Venice?
Compared to...
No,
No.
that's coming
I'm
up.
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
five,
only thinking of fond memory. I'm
6.
sorry.
6 and 7 is Amy's Choice.
Amy's Choice.
Amy's Choice.
Yeah.
Good, but you can't rewatch it. Like,
Exactly.
because it's like, well, we
That's
know
the only
they were
episode I
both
missed.
fake. You lied to us,
Yeah.
Moffat. Well, it wasn't Moffat who wrote it, was it?
No, I don't know.
Someone else.
Who wrote it?
I don't know. Probably Toby Whithouse.
Yeah,
I don't-
that's the
I
only
don't-
episode I missed
I
originally.
don't fucking know. Yeah, I remember someone spoiled it for one of my friends, and they were like, "Oh, well, no, I don't need to see it," because it's like, yeah, both of the realities are fake. Amy's Choice,
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause he
Hungry-
goes through-
Hungry Earth
Hungry Earth for Cold Blood,
Yeah.
which is yeah, surprised considering where we are now. Old Chibbers,
Mm.
not really. It's good, but now I'm in the floor.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's basically just
Yeah.
Doctor Who and the Silurians again, and
But
I'm really glad that
but
wasn't a
less
big jump.
intense. Less intense, less dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shorter than you expected.
and it's very Welsh. I like Rory's death before they
Mm.
made Rory die in a joke. Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, he's been erased from time. She's never going to remember him.
And then,
And it's the fact that they sort of like bookend it with the future Amy on the hill, and now it's just Amy because Rory's disappeared. It's quite good.
Clever.
2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, Vincent and the Doctor. Oh my god, that one's the best. That is the best episode. That's the closest you get to a historical in New Who.
Yeah.
It's the bit at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
The end.
mate.
The end
Yeah.
is put like that song.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever chose that song was, fucking...
should still be hired by the BBC. You should
Yeah,
be the director.
well, they were probably fired by Moffat years ago.
Maybe.
What do you mean you don't like the Daleks? I'm going to make them bigger. Yeah, well, the thing about Doctor Who, we're trying to make it clever. Silly Scottish bastard. Jokes, I miss Moffat. Jokes, not really.
No.
Uh,
Don't miss Moffat.
Sorry, not sorry. What was episode 11? Was that the one with James Corden?
Yeah,
the Lodger.
The Lodger, yeah. I was gonna say
Geronimo! That was
That
good.
was funny.
That was funny, but we didn't need a sequel. We didn't
No.
need closing
No,
time.
No.
Yes, no.
No.
You have lost Anakin. Oh.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Unlimited power. Oh, fuck off! There's another. Why is there another war cry, bastard? Go away! I want to get out of the way.
Just
Shiv,
punish them.
Shiv,
Just become the
Shiv.
Punisher, that's it.
Yes.
Oh, feel the burn.
Feel the burn. Yeah, Lodger was good and fun. It was a nice companion-like episode.
Mm.
It's chill. I don't like James Corden.
I don't like James
Oh.
Corden as a person. I like him.
Oh.
It was an okay episode, but
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay.
Oh my god! Shoot! Shoot! I can't see anything anymore. What is life? These knuckle dusters are not working. There we go.
Jesus Christ.
There's so many. Ow!
why'd you say "ow"? You're not even.
They're not.
anything.
It's not real, George.
It is
Stop feeling the pain.
Mad Max.
It's not real.
Must catch up. Yeah. Pandora opens Big Bang. Oh, I fucking
It's
got-
Big Bang. You just got banged.
I just got banged
You
once in the
just got
face
banged
and I'm
completely.
dead.
It wasn't quite big, but it was just.
And the Big Bang.
How'd you play it?
It was
Oh.
cool. Big
Well.
Bang. The first one was cool.
Technically, well, you know, it's quite
Pandora
shit.
was cool, and then the Big Bang kind of went.
I like it. It's more. It might be my favourite finale.
No,
No,
I'd
alright
say
then.
I don't. No, I,
Okay.
I
See,
don't.
that's where you're wrong.
I'll go and
Yeah,
fuck myself then,
exactly.
shall I? No, but then series 3 is quite good with Martha travelling the world and being a hero by not
Martha.
having it.
Best one.
Martha, save Martha. Why did you say that name?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
Matt still
know.
hasn't answered.
Don't know where he is.
Yeah, it's
No.
probably on
No,
the
it-
it's probably on the
no,
roof. Let me in. Hello.
No, actually, somehow.
Yeah, I think Pandora Opens is good because it's sort of
It
it's
sets
the
it
only
up well.
it's the only good Moffat finale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chill.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, Nothing Time's all right when you get to Capaldi, but then
Well, yeah.
I mean, oh god, oh god.
Oh.
It was good until.
Oh no! I don't want to. Oh
We'll get to it later,
shit!
guys.
This
I
is
want to-
happening again.
I don't want history to repeat itself. Go away!
It's a
Stop
paradox.
locking on to these people.
Rose, you gotta let your father die.
Rose, you're gonna
You gotta let your
burn.
father die.
I can't let him die without knowing you are
But
loved.
I love him. But I love him.
Out the way! Out the way! Out the way! Out the way! Shoot the gun!
Just kick them.
I can't because they're buff.
Just press Y, George.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Shoot it! Oh, fuck Mad Max.
Okay, no, you
Just
know
give
what?
it up with that
I'm
for a
not playing
second.
this game now. I'm deleting this game instead. I'm not playing it.
I will beat it. I will beat it. I just need to.
Focus.
I just need a breather.
Just
um,
stop recording and focus.
Okay, stop. No. What were we talking about?
Take two.
Take it. Yeah, it's good.
The only good finale was Pandora Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is the only good Moffat one. I like
True facts.
sort of how it's like sets up all those mysteries that we never got answered. Like, why did the TARDIS explode? Oh, we'll tell you at Christmas, just before Matt Smith leaves.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Remember when that was?
Time.
Remember when that was going to be important?
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I didn't like it, because it just felt a bit too cheesy even for Doctor Who. It was
If
sort
I-
of like, oh look,
if I run
bangs
past
happened
them-
and that was it.
If I run past them.
No, oh.
Oh.
There you go.
Really?
Was
You
it, why
tried
didn't
to
you
fight
do
him
that the
and
first
died,
time?
And then you run past them and
George, you make it look
survive.
easy. If the viewers were, they would be disappointed with you.
It's because you have to learn. There it is.
Elbow again.
He's a good singer. I don't know. Up! Get off! Get off!
Do the tombstone again.
I can't. My Fury bar has to.
Punch the shell.
Shiv! Shiv! Yes! Christmas Carol. My-
Better than I thought.
My favourite Christmas special.
Really?
Yeah. I have a soft spot for it.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Oh dear.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
I see. I can't even think Christmas specials now.
Yeah.
The first couple were great.
Well, Christmas Invasion is the best one.
Yeah, that's sort of untouchable.
Untouchable.
Voyage was good.
That's all.
Yeah, Voyage of the Damned is a lot of fun.
Runaway Bride was okay.
It's really fun watching me get punched in the face. I blocked that one! Oh,
George.
God.
George, calm.
I don't really like Runaway Bride.
Oh my god, Runaway
You still
Bride. Yeah,
kinda
Donna's
have to
annoying.
watch it, that's the thing.
Donna's annoying in that, but when she's in series 4, she's
annoying quite
nice.
a lot.
She's nice. She's nice when she comes back and she's mellow.
Exactly.
Not when she's going, what? Get me to the church!
I only like her in the Silence of the Library.
Donna Noble has left the library.
That's the only thing I like her because she's hardly
Donna
ever in it.
Noble.
Well, when she gets killed off and then
Yeah.
becomes married to a man with a star.
Yeah. And then
Oh.
realises that
Spoilers.
all their kids are
Spoilers. Michael Gambon's wicked in Christmas Carol. Christmas Carol.
Yeah, who? Michael.
When he's like Michael Gambon, because he's I'm Kazran Soldic.
Oh, okay.
I could do not because basically Ebenezer Scrooge from space.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought it was going to be Scrooge.
Scrooge McSpace,
Scrooge McSpace.
not Scrooge McDuck.
Stop
Scrooge.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
I wonder how many Christmas carols are
Ding dong. Yeah. Well, Christmas Carol is one of the most adapted stories ever
in it. There's like
because it's public domain, isn't it, or something? I don't know. I don't know how the world works anymore. Christmas Carol, Impossible Astronaut, and Day of the Moon. Amazing the first time you watch it because the
It is,
scale.
yeah.
Impossible
I loved it.
Astronaut.
I loved it.
When it's all when it's like we're in America now, and it's all big.
But I just
But then
remember-
if you rewatch it in regards to like the whole of the season, you're just
it's
like,
shit.
yeah, this is pointless because he's not actually dead and he's inside a robot.
No.
Spoilers
so
for a
I
7-year-old
haven't done it
series.
yet. Because I remember you saying it's shit, and as soon as I watched it, I thought this opener is.
No, the
really-
opener's great, but
It
then
is.
watching Day of the Moon, you're just like,
Yeah,
ugh,
it took it away.
why?
Yeah, no. I
When he
get
comes
that.
out, he goes, "You've got Apollo 11's your secret weapon." It's not Apollo 11. That'd be silly.
It's
It's Neil Armstrong's foot.
yeah.
Bang bang. Copyright. Curse the Black Spot is crap. Next.
Better than I thought, though. I thought it was going to be absolute rubbish.
Yo ho ho.
I thought it was going to be Last Christmas, or no, Face the Raven. Back.
Why do you keep slapping me?
Well, because I'm trying to think. I'm
Ow.
trying to think.
Ow, stop. I've got enough people beating me up.
It was Face the Raven, which I said was shit, wasn't it? It was.
No, Face the Raven's crap because of
most
what
pointless episode.
because of what comes after.
No, the episode itself was pointless.
We got to
Great
get to that. We have to get to that. Doctor's Wife is one of my favourite episodes of Doctor Who ever.
It is a masterpiece. Why didn't they do it okay, shitty visual effects and budget probably back then, but why didn't they not think of doing it at some point? But baffles me. But yeah, great, amazing. Like that Death George was amazing.
I'm just putting that down.
The death of Mad Max.
The death of Max.
My name's Max.
His name is Max Capricorn Cruise Liners.
And he's mad.
He's Max. What the fuck was episode 5? Episode 5.
What was that? Episode 5.
It's
Rebel Flesh and
Almost People.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not as bad as I
That's
remember.
where I got meh.
No, because I hate it because it was like building up like the gangers were going to be the reason the Doctor survives. Like, oh, you might even be able to come back because the flesh might be able to retain your memory.
But I did
and
love
then
that cliffhanger where he just
Where?
suddenly emerges and he's like, "It's me."
trust me,
I'm the Doctor.
finish each other's sentence. I like that. There's a brief clip of David Tennant's voice because he's going because he's through his regenerations and he goes, "Hello, I'm the Doctor." And Matt Smith goes, let it go. We've moved on. It's like that's so meta. Or when you hear Tom Baker's voice go, "Would you like a jelly baby?"
Yeah, exactly. That was mental. Yeah.
I think they should have just instead of that just put in the clip from Horns of Nine where he just goes, "Hello, I'm the Doctor."
No, we're
You got a good girl. You got a good girl, Sarah.
We're deleting that. No, anything from that story.
Or when he starts just talking like poetry, but just like having a stroke, like, "Would you like I'd reverse the neutron, baby." It's like,
Would you like a jelly flare?
yeah. Would you like a Doctor? That's good. There's a nice twist where it's like, and it's actually him, but then it doesn't make sense when you think
No,
about it
no, it
because turns out that the real Doctor could feel the flesh in pain when Amy was talking. I don't know.
The Doctor's
It's got a good thing of
seventh sense, not sixth sense. He's got seventh sense.
Yeah, he's got 12, 14 million senses. And then you see that Amy's pregnant, and it's like, push. And you're like, ooh, what's going on here then?
Yeah.
It's a little It's a little baby.
Babby.
I'm trying to remember. And then it was
Good Man Goes to
Goes to War. Great. That is the like series 1, like of New Who, series 1 until Good Man Goes to War is like perfect. Like it's great.
Absolutely
You've got some crap episodes, but my god, then like that is amazing. Like that is one of the best episodes ever. It's Moffat's last good script.
Epic. No, it felt like an
When
epic
he like brings all the people together, even though he brings the fucking pirate from Curse of the Black Spot, like they all come together.
continuity.
Yeah, because they all come together and they're just like, yeah. It's like he'll rise higher than ever before and fall so much and he does because River's Amy's daughter.
Oh no!
I remember seeing that, just like
We finally can say it.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, so
And then-
confusing.
And then it was like, oh, remember when
Yeah, but
Doctor
the
Who
thing
was
is,
good?
This is the bit of Doctor Who I missed, and I remember watching that as well, thinking,
What?
how did I go for years not knowing that?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
Oh yeah, and that's probably the last time that they use River effectively. It's like it's a cliffhanger, and then she turns up in the next episode, Let's Kill
Yeah, it's
Hitler,
like, oh, okay.
which I saw the day after we got back from holiday,
What one?
Cyprus.
Yeah, weird. What one?
Mini holiday. Cyprus,
2011?
yeah, 2011. Because we came back and it was on iPlaus. I was like, oh look, and then it was like, ugh, what the fuck's happened here? Because then it's Young River because they named Melody after
Melody.
Mel's, who was Melody, but then turned into Mel's, but then turned into River in Germany, and then was saying about like, I think I'll kill the Führer. Who's with me? Alex Kingston's not good when she's trying to be overtly sexual. She's good when she's old wise woman River in the library. That's the
Professor,
best.
when she's
Yeah,
Professor.
when she's Professor River, she's like,
amazing in the library.
yeah, because it's all mysterious and she's sort of like world weary and she's old and she's seen it and she knows what's coming.
Mm.
Instead of when she's like, oh no, kiss me, I'm regenerating, shoot you. Ooh.
Hello, sweetie.
Spoiler. It's when Matt Smith in that episode goes, spoilers.
Yeah.
Hello, Benjamin. Yeah, that is so pointless because like the title of Let's Kill Hitler, you think,
Epic.
maybe
Hitler's in Doctor Who at
maybe
last.
River will go back in time and change the future by shooting Hitler, and then the
Yeah.
Doctor has to fix it. But
And
it's
then
like,
Hitler's not even in it.
no, yeah, they crash through the window, like, and the Doctor's like, oh, I'm so sorry we crashed into your office. And then looks up, and then he's like, thank you, you have just saved my life. And then Rory punches him, which is the best moment ever. And then he just goes, shut up, Hitler. Rory, take Hitler, put him in the cupboard. Okay, putting Hitler in the cupboard. That's new. And then Hitler's in there for the rest of the
Oh,
episode.
he does
He just never
nothing.
came out.
I really wish there'd been an end credit thing of just like, hello? Is anybody still there? I need to have a shizer. Yeah, River's pointless. And then like she gives up all her regeneration energy because somehow the poison stops Matt Smith regenerating, which he doesn't have any regenerations left anyway because of the War Doctor, but we don't know that yet because Moffat hasn't got his massive crowbar and just jammed John Hurt into Doctor Who yet.
Yeah.
I miss John Hurt, R.I.P. I'm trying to remember what happened. Let's Go Hitler really angered me. Night Terrors. I really like Night Terrors.
That's a good one off.
That's a good when it's like, because it reminds me of
Empty Child.
no, it reminds me of like where Grandad lives, that block of flats one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of that. I was like, oh yeah, because you know with the block of flats when they get inside the dollhouse with the little ginger boy called George.
Aww.
A doctor, have you come to take me away? Of course not, Claire can't have kids. Like it's so soap opera, but it's so Mark Gatiss and it's funny. And it's when the landlord sinks into the floor, and his dog's just like, and then the old woman gets pulled inside the bins.
As you do.
When I like
When
when.
people get pulled aside to be like Mickey did.
Oh yeah, that was good. Pizza. Listen, babe, sweet. Can you stop? I like when Rory's like, oh, we're dead again, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because this
Yeah,
is
that
this is
moment
the
really
series they
fucked
keep
up.
killing Rory because then they kill him in
Yeah.
the thing in The Doctor's Wife when like they travel forward in time through the TARDIS.
The TARDIS.
God Complex is good.
They just like killing Ron.
Yeah.
That's the like.
Oh my God, they killed Rory.
That's like
The hotel one with the Minotaur. I think that's good because that's so simple. Like it's in the hotel, it just goes on forever. David Williams is good.
Don't Weeping Angels cameo in that as well?
Yeah, because
Everyone's
What,
all
Angels
cameos
of
in that.
Manhattan?
no.
Don't
You know, because each room has your biggest fear or your belief, or I don't remember.
I
Like,
just remember they
'cause
opened the door.
I know they talk about fear, belief, and
I just
religion,
remember, like,
luck.
running through the,
One of
like,
them's
hallways and then they couldn't get back.
yeah, and because David Walliams' character is from a race that comes back in the Capaldi era
I remember.
that gets invaded.
And everyone goes to their door, and the doctor's like.
The doctor sees the
everyone's
crack,
Like,
even though
who's crack?
yeah, just a bloke bending over. Oh
Just
God,
crack.
it's the builder's bum again. He's the one that did the TARDIS.
That crack that spread throughout.
I always sort of knew that it would be the crack because he just, what else could it be? It would be really fun if it was just Moffat just with a knife. I'm the reason you're gonna die because I'm going to kill you myself. And he just stabs Matt Smith in real life. I will outlive you all. Oh, Moffat, you power-hungry bastard. Yeah, because Rory has no beliefs for some reason,
Well,
and then the doctor has
It's
to
something
take
Obviously
away.
dead about
Yeah, he's like,
something
and
you
there's
had to
nothing
wait-
out
You
there.
had to wait for it. Actually, that's later. Never mind.
And then the doctor removes Amy's faith in him, and she turns
Yeah.
back into young one, and then that breaks it.
See, Doctor Who sounds so unappealing now. I get confused
Yeah.
myself. I've only watched each episode once, and I'm trying to remember everything. It's making them sound so.
It's been so long since I watched them, but they're so, Series 6 I like, but it's not great, because there's some gems,
No,
but
but
there's
for
some
me-
shit.
Oh no, but that's when you said shit. I was expecting it to be, but I quite
That's-
enjoyed
no,
it.
that's
I liked
Series
every
7.
episode. No, Series 9.
Oh no, Series 9 is the biggest pile of shite. What am I trying to remember?
Then what next?
Yeah, oh yeah, and then
The pointless sequel.
yeah, no, it's not that. It's something else. Stop
Thinking.
it. I could just do this.
Yeah, exactly. Just why don't we?
Oh yeah, the girl. Oh, we've missed out the girl who waited. That's like the
See,
best.
that's what I was
That's
saying.
like the best
That's what I
one.
said. It was later on because I thought it was Series
Yeah.
7. Damn. Because you said about Rory dying, I was like, oh, and
Oh yeah, the god complex. Let's talk about that again. The girl who waited is amazing.
it is.
Best episode of Series 6. Up there with the Doctor's wife.
And Good Man Goes.
Yeah. When it's the thing when Rory does when it's at the end when the Doctor's like you can only choose one of them, like he gives him the thing and he's like this isn't fair, you're turning me into you. And that's when Rory's like full on like yes, like he is full companion. Like I've always loved Rory, but then they sort of like take the piss out of him in Series 7.
They did, yeah.
Well, like you died again, Rory, in that bed.
Yeah.
He's like fuck's sake.
Spoiler alert.
Dead from the
Spoiler.
neck, dead from the neck.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So then closing time. James Corden in a shopping centre.
James Gordon 2.0. He's exactly the same.
It's all Matt, real mouth. It's all Matt, real mouth. Oh, fuck off, you fat bastard. There's a reason why we sent him to America in exile.
Why did he come
In
back?
exile.
Oh, I don't want him back. Fuck him. I hate James Corden. He's great in Gavin and Stacey. He's great before the fame went to his head.
Yeah.
But in
Okay.
He gets-
on the Late Late Show and in the later part
Mm.
of
Like that.
League of Their Own, he is like quite up his own anus.
Cackside.
Yeah, the cackside, yes.
Cackside.
Closing times, it's alright. It's got Auntie Mabel from Come Outside in it. I remember that.
Yeah.
The summer is Pippin. Pippin probably got killed by the Cybermen. Now that would have been a good plot point.
That would be a short. That's got to
The
be a
star of Come Outside was killed by a Cyberman. Madam, what year was this? 2011. Yeah, because doesn't Auntie Mabel think... I don't even remember her character name, so that's what I'm going to call her.
Auntie Mabel,
Doesn't Auntie
yeah.
Mabel think that Matt Smith and James Corden
Oh, a thing,
are a thing? They're gay. Companion,
Yeah.
too old-fashioned. It's partner now. I
Yeah.
like it.
I remember she's like, oh, don't worry, you can sort of say what it is. Like, I won't judge kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I sort of like how playful the Doctor is because he knows that he's gonna die. So he's like having this farewell tour and he's like being... Here's a,
the farewell tour.
when he's like, saw a shop, got a job, you got to move with the times.
Yeah.
I'm called the Doctor and I work in a shop. That was fun. And then when he's sort of like the cliffhanger on that's when it leads into the wedding of River Song.
Oh.
It's okay, but rewatching it just makes you angry at Series 6 because everyone has an emotional journey. The Doctor, the last episode, comes to terms with him dying, even sacrificing his time to stop Craig getting in trouble by calling glazers in on a Sunday to fix his windows.
That's the biggest.
And when he has that speech to Craig, when Craig falls asleep, when he's like, "My time's up, I can't put it off anymore," and he's like, "Come to him," and then like. He's all dramatic, and it's the bit when the flashback to the monk when he's like, "Is there nothing else we can do?" And he walks out the door, and then he just comes back in with like, it's like his bipolar just comes back. Actually, thinking about it, I don't want to die. Put me in one of your big giant robots and make it look like me. But then it was obviously going to... We all knew the Doctor wasn't going to die. Because that would have been the biggest surprise if it just went... Oh, like... That would have been the biggest surprise. Like, oh no, he's dead. Series 6 is the last one. Doctor the Widow and the Wardrobe.
No. That's not.
Oh, we don't...
Favourite.
Oh, we didn't rate Series 5. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9. A good 9.
Okay.
Okay, well, you've interrupted your opinion, Ruth. What do you think?
8.
8. Yeah, fair enough. 8, 9. Series 6, probably a 6?
7.
6 or a 7, yeah. It's very
I was
midi.
expecting it to be a 3, and it's every episode surprised me.
Speaking of 3, Doctor the Widow and the Wardrobe.
2.
Oh my
I love
god.
that.
It's fun and Christmassy, but it's just sort of like... It's just naff because the mum's just sort of like... She either cries or just like... It just moans all the time.
I just remember they go up. She goes up something. I just remember it being like one big ship, and
It's like...
I don't even remember the episode.
It's like a present, and they're told not to open it.
Ruby, recite the plot of
Okay.
Doctor the Widow and the
It's
Wardrobe.
like a present under a tree, and they're told not to open it, and then
Yes.
the boy does. The boy, like, crawls through
Cyril!
it.
Oh yeah.
And then the girl comes down and is like, where's
Oh, the
Ron?
girl was like the good
and then
child
they go through
actor.
it. And then they all start wandering around in the snow, and I was like,
Doesn't he pick up
That's
a bauble
right.
when it hatches into a tree man?
I think so.
Yeah, it comes to life. Yeah.
And then
First
they
appearance
go,
of Groot.
They go and see that thing, and then there's the 2 tree people, and then they
There's 2
nearly
trees.
die.
So it's Groot's home.
And
The girl runs into the Doctor. Well,
No,
no, because I'm the Doctor or the caretaker or get off this planet.
Yeah,
When he makes their bedroom really cool, like that's just Matt Smith being Matt Smith, like Cluedo.
yeah. They shouldn't have opened that present before
No.
Christmas Day. It's correct.
Cyril's like a really bad child actor, but the girl one was she was really sort of like she was good. Then whereas Cyril was just sort of like, when's Mummy coming home? Like, oh, fuck off, you silly bastard. It does have a good continuity reference with the Androzani miners
Oh yeah.
when they come in. It's like, it's a Doctor Who episode that I like.
Well, one of the all-time greats.
Yeah. I say, nothing's going to stop me now. One of the best classic Who cliffhangers. Yeah, so it's enjoyable for a Christmas audience of like, let's watch a Christmassy story.
Plot
Yeah.
recitation sounds good. I want to...
You remembered more than I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that one. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's why it's called opinion and not fact. Series 7, Asylum of the Daleks. It's not as bad as everyone says. Asylum of the
Exactly. I thought it was
Daleks.
good.
The scale,
Mm.
it's good.
When I talked to you, I thought you said it was crap.
It is a crap story, but it's not like the worst. It's nowhere near Series 9. It's like
Nothing Series 9.
I can watch it and enjoy it. The only thing that annoys me about Series 7 Part 1 is every title sequence has a different fucking... it has a different Instagram filter,
Exactly.
a different
Instagram
a different
filter.
colour, and a different texture on the fucking logo.
And no reason.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it's we're
It's
gonna
jazzy.
make it cinematic now because I'm so clever and rich.
Ugh.
Fuck off.
And out of budget for using the same title sequence.
The only annoying thing about Asylum of the Daleks for me is that when they talk about all the past wars, like all the classic Dalek stories, like survivors of particular wars, like why don't they have the classic Dalek models and why are they all new who?
Because they saved that for the worst... Well, for a good story, but in the worst season.
Yeah, but like they made a big thing for like this is going to have every type of Dalek, and you see the special
no.
weapons Dalek for like 2 seconds as
Exactly,
Rory rolls
yeah.
past him, like because he thinks the Dalek says eggs. Are these eggs?
Rory.
That's a wicked Rory right when he's like,
Rory.
are those eggs? Is this what you want? And then when Clara's in it, that was a good surprise when Clara's in it. Well, no, Oswin, because that's Splinter Clara.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know she'd be in it. That was cool. Dinosaurs on a spaceship. That's fun because
No.
Rory's dad is amazing. I
Yeah.
love Rory's dad.
Yeah, Harry Potter, wasn't he? But Arthur.
Matt's only just finished work. He's been on a 15-hour shift.
Alright.
Okay, I'm just going to ask him to drop the memory stick round. Otherwise, this one won't come out. The Dinosaurs on a Spaceship I like because it's sort of fun. It's got David Bradley in it before he was William Hartnell.
So,
Both
before
times.
Before he became a Time Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, because someone, I think it was on a Five Who Fans video I watched that they were like, obviously, the Doctor's parents met this man, and the fetus embedded the memory of this man. So when he becomes William Hartnell, he had to remember what he looked like.
Oh God. Oh no. No. He was great.
Yep.
The dad was.
David Bradley's wicked. The robot's voiced by Mitchell and Webb are just kind of stupid. Like, did you call? I feel they should just put Mitchell and Webb in it because they're great. Oh, I rewatched Peep Show and that was so good. Poland, no, what was it? Germany promised not to invade Czechoslovakia, Jeremy. Welcome to the real world. Yeah, Rory's dad and that gang, like Nefertiti, the Egyptian queen, and Riddell.
Funny
All I remember is Lestrade from Sherlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was considering Chibnall's in charge, it's not the worst thing he's ever written. Once you get to Torchwood Cyberwoman, that's bad. It's very bad.
That's series 1, isn't it?
That's series 1.
Because I've got the first series. Oh, I mentioned it. Someone lent it to me.
Oh man, we will get into a Torchwood talk. Don't you worry, my friend.
Torch talk.
Torch talk.
Shed
Talkwood.
Shed some light on that situation.
Oh, but Sarah Jane Adventures is the best Doctor Who spin-off of all time.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
But they
I
had to
miss
finish
it so much.
They had to finish the last series out there, which is really sad.
Yeah. We never got those last 3 stories, but one of them was remade into a Wizards vs Aliens episode.
Wizards vs Aliens.
That thing that Russell T Davies made on TV. I never watched it. Apparently, it was good. Did you watch it?
Anything not Doctor Who, I don't care.
It was, I think, 2 series, and then it sort of went on hiatus with Torchwood because of Russell T Davies' partner had medical stuff, which is why he sort of like stopped things. And then, but he said like he could come back anytime. I don't know. There was a plan for series 6 of Sarah Jane as well.
I know.
You read those plans, it's like, oh, I really wish. I really wish.
Yeah.
It would have literally. It would still be going now if she was alive.
But I feel like.
Would it cross merge with Class?
I don't think anything can save Class, and I wouldn't make Elizabeth Sladen suffer in such a shit show like Class.
Okay. Well, fuck Class.
What was it? A Town Called Mercy was the third one, wasn't it?
Cowboy one. No.
It looks nice.
Who went downhill.
No. It looked no.
No.
I think it's okay. It's terrible. It's like a 5 for me.
3.
It's weak. The only good thing about it is it looks nice, and the line when he says he speaks horse, that's quite good.
2.
No, he's not. He's called Susan, and he wants you to respect his life choices. And it's like, your granddaughter's called Susan, and Matt Smith was born to ride a horse. Look at his bowed legs. And then like the gunslinger, and then the weird painted face, and
and then the gunslinger not being the
Carla Tech.
You're supposed to feel sorry for him. No.
I don't remember that episode.
Poor.
Para 3. Oh my god, that's pointless. He saves the day by going, "Come on, Cubes, you work for me now." Rory's dad's wicked. The Doctor living at home is the best part about it.
It's such a good concept.
Also, how RTD like it feels with the fact that they have Alan Sugar trying to sell I asked you to sell the bloody cubes. And also Brian Cox, like the whole newsfeed thing that Russell used to do all the time in a like real world crisis, when Brian Cox goes, "No, it's not random space debris.
It's all the same.
They're too perfectly formed for that."
It's all the same reporters, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because Trinity Wells, the one who was like in all the RTD stuff, was meant to meet the Doctor.
Oh.
And we never got that.
Unfortunately.
R.I.P. Trinity Wells. I don't think the actress is dead, but the character certainly is.
Yeah, forever.
She's dead, man.
Big Finish.
Unless no, I wouldn't be surprised if Dead Fish made it. The Trinity Wells story. Just her reading the news, and then she bumps into someone like Hugh Edwards from the BBC going, "Oh, bad news! Kate Garraway sprained her ankle." Where the fuck are we?
When Doctor Who goes shit. Angels Take Manhattan. No?
Angels Take Manhattan. It's okay. The Angels aren't really part of it. It's pointless. Amy and Rory leaving is sad, and then the Doctor's like, "Yeah, Rory dies like twice." But it's clever when he's like, "If I jump off the building, it doesn't exist. What did I fall off?" That's quite clever logic. The thing that like gets me, that's quite funny, is that when the Doctor's all sad on his own, and River's like, "Don't travel alone," and he goes, "Will you be my companion, River?" And she goes, "No." Go fuck yourself. Travel with me, River.
But why would she say no?
Because it was in the script.
Well,
and then...
Alright, I'm sorry.
The Snowmen. The last time Clara was a character. No one knows how to write Clara. Clara is a completely different character from episode to episode.
Oswald.
Clara Oswald. You're thinking of Oswin.
It was just Oswald. No, I thought it was just Oswald.
No, Oswin was the one in the Daleks. Keep up.
Yeah. Oswin and Oswald and Clara.
No, it was Clara. It was Oswin Oswald, and then it was Clara Oswin Oswald, and then it was just Clara Oswald.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Moffat didn't even follow his own fucking. No. Snowmen's. I don't like that they changed the TARDIS, because when you think of Matt Smith's era, you think of that nice big whimsical orange TARDIS. And that grey one's the Capaldi TARDIS.
It is.
He stole his TARDIS.
Yeah, stole the TARDIS, Clara.
From a future
And then it's the fact that he hates Clara. Well, he probably does. I do. It's the fact that he helps Clara because when she goes, when it's the one-word game that's stupid that the fucking Silurians do, and he just goes, like Clara's one word to like help it, do it in one word, and she just says pond, and he only does it because he's wearing Amy Pond's glasses. Him being Punch and Judy's funny when he's like, "That's the way to do it." Spells of St. John, simple.
Yes,
It's simple. It's a good jumping on point. The Spoonheads, great intelligence, even though the great intelligence were a bit underused in every appearance in Series 7 and Richard E. Grant's.
It was a shame though.
It's cool though because Richard E. Grant used to be the Doctor.
Oh, yeah, not
Back
Uncannon Doctor.
Well, Sharker Doctor, wasn't he?
Uncannon.
And in Curse of the Fatal Death.
I was gonna say Big Finn.
Big Finish.
No, he's not done Big Finish.
Yes, no, he hasn't. Rings of Akaten. It's okay. It's a bit like the end of the world because it's just like, look at all these alien masks we made.
It to be like a 2 out of 10. Like Series 7 Part 2, I was not looking forward to watching, but every episode surprised me.
Rings of Akaten's better than the other Neil Cross story.
What Neil Cross? Who's Neil Cross?
He writes Luthor. He wrote Rings of Akaten, and he wrote Hyde. No, Hyde was Mark Gatiss. Speaking of Mark Gatiss, Cold War with the Ice Warriors.
Decent.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but decent.
But it's the fact that he's like, I will blow up this submarine even though I'm the last of my kind.
Best redesign of.
Best redesign of that was nice.
They still are.
Drop.
But I didn't even know they come back in Capaldi era though.
Oh no, yeah.
But I say that's a spoiler, viewers. Sorry.
Yes. We need to try and hurry this up. What am I thinking of? What's next? Yeah, Hyde.
I can't remember it.
Neither can I. I know that the woman from Call the Midwife's in it, and they make a joke about Metebelis 3, or a reference to Metebelis 3. And Matt Smith pronounces it wrong. He calls it like Metubelis. The crystal. The ghost. It's the fact that the ghost was a good concept, but then he's like, oh, it was just after his partner that's in your dimension, so I'll just go back and save him. He's like, come here, you old Romeo. It's like, no, I think this is the point when Matt Smith's like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I won't blame him.
Hyde.
Crimson Horror.
Is it Crimson Horror?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Has to be.
Hyde. No, Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS.
Journey to the Centre of the Shit.
Oh, I hate that episode so much.
Journey to the Centre of the Shit.
It's the characters. They made their brother think he was a robot.
And
they lied.
You're a robot.
Because he only had a robot eye and then a robot arm, and it's like, no, seriously, you're not a robot. Like, all the characters were underdeveloped, and then it's like, oh, I wish I had a big button to solve it all, and then like he just throws the button through the void and then fixes it.
Let's not talk. This is painful for me.
It's very
painful memory.
So painful. What's next?
It makes me want to regenerate.
Then Crimson Horror. It's not the last time that Doctor Who was in Yorkshire. Sheffield Steel.
Oh my god.
I like Crimson Horror. People hate it because it's a bit thingy, but it's very sort of like fun and campy history
thingy.
one.
What do you mean thingy? It's
a bit. It's a bit crap. Like, it's a bit naff because there's not much to it. But
it's just him laying down going.
Literally. My favourite part. My favourite thing is that episode goes like 15-20 minutes without the Doctor in it.
That's just not Doctor Who.
It isn't.
And then,
well said, it isn't.
Well said. Okay, fuck me then. Nightmare in Silver. Pointless. Crap redesign. Warwick Davis is good. The children needed to die.
The chess bit was funny.
Yeah, when he's when he's being bipolar Cyberman chess man. Matt Smith is great.
And the Cyberman just...
It's when he does the Eccleston accent where he's like, oh, fleshy girl, fantastic, and then he's just like, allons the, like just doing. It's when he's that crazy that Matt Smith's great. And when he does the scary, the bit that gives me chills when he's sort of like, he means, boys and girls, they're here. Yeah. That's good. And the bit inside his own head when he talks about regenerating, which we all know is a lie now because he doesn't have any regenerations left. Regeneration. I miss Captain Jack. The kids were crap. Like they bought them, like he took them to a space theme park, and like, I'm bored. My phone doesn't work. No, I'm not.
Where's the
Get off of
Wi-Fi?
my show. Get out of my show. You If that was me, I wouldn't care. I didn't have signal. I'd be like, I'm in space at Alton
I'm gonna live in
Towers.
the moment.
Yeah, I'm in space Alton Towers. Paradise Towers.
Chessington World Adventure.
Chesterfield. Yes, Chessington. Yes.
Chesterfield.
Yes. Susan. Yes.
Take a bit longer.
Yes,
Take a bit longer.
take a bit longer, yes. It's always take a bit longer. It's Name of the Doctor, yes, I was in that one, yes. Clara gave me the TARDIS retroactively because Moffat just fucking hates everyone. I think Moffat just is like, I want to be the first one to do this. I'm going to suggest that Time Lords can be women. I'm going
But
to...
look how well that turned out
Yeah.
for him.
I'm going to be the one that makes Davros open his eyes when no one asked for it.
He did, weren't
I
he?
love
Did.
that though.
Name of the Doctor. It's good when you watch it with the 50th episode straight after, 50th anniversary straight
50th
after,
anniversary.
because it's all
Name of the Doctor.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it's like that cliffhanger, like John Hurt. That was good at the time.
What
What I did, I did without choice, in the name of peace and sanity, but not in the name of But it's a bit of a clickbait thing. Well, not clickbait. It's a bit of a baity thing because it's like, oh, we're gonna find the Doctor's name, and then
Yeah.
River's like, oh, the TARDIS can still hear me, but none of the audience did.
Yeah, of course.
Makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah, it's the only way Moffat fucking wriggles out of everything because he doesn't like giving answers, just more questions. They have the Doctor. We
Fun.
Fun. It's a fun thing. I wish Eccleston was in it,
Exactly.
even if it was just like let's relive the glory days of New Who. New Who, not old
Mix
Hill.
them all up.
Because I know the original plan was for him to be the one with the timer, which makes no sense because if anyone, it would be McGann. Because when he gets in the middle of Rose, he's like, oh, look, it could be Burst. Look at the ears, as in to say like he's not stopped to look at himself since regenerating.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'd have loved to have seen Eccleston in it, not just even if when he's in it and he does the lever.
Yeah.
It's like for my next trick, which is taken from Python of the Ways. Even if that was just
Yeah.
original, even if like he didn't say anything and you just saw it was physically older Christopher Eccleston
Yeah.
pulling some levers at the TARDIS, I would have lost my
Melted.
shit.
Appreciation
Melted.
for that.
I mean, I lost my shit the first time I watched because I got cramp when Capaldi showed up. When they,
Yeah.
cause they,
You got
were like,
cramp.
they were like, all 12 of them, no sir, all
All
13.
13.
And I literally, my leg went and I fell off the sofa. Because that was when, I think I was at Dad's then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't have-
yeah. Back in the day.
Um,
Yeah, because I literally got cramp, fell off the sofa, face planted the floor when
Mm.
Capaldi turned up. That was
it was
when I was excited for Capaldi.
No, I remember just looking at his face and the frown. I was just.
I
first-
was ever excited for him.
The first and last things we ever saw
No.
of him were his eyebrows.
Exactly. Yeah.
Look at the eyebrows.
Um,
And it's the Tom Baker bit that gets you when it's like, oh my god.
That was special. Yeah.
Oh, I really think you might. But it's just sad because
Yeah.
Sarah Jane should have got a mention.
yeah,
Like, not
there was
just-
no mention.
Not just the Black Archive fucking wall of here's all the companions from Doctor Who.
Everyone. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was amazing.
yeah, they should have pointed somehow. Just been like, well, your last Sarah Jane. That would have been like a nice shout out.
Yeah.
Like, they shout out Jack because they've stolen his vortex manipulator.
Convenient.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jack should have just been in it.
And
then they could have-
That would have been.
And that was when
Everything
John
wrong.
Barrowman started getting pissed off with Stephen Moffat. Like,
Mm.
I got time off to be in Doctor Who, and they didn't put me in Doctor Who. I don't know why he sounded like Nicholas Cage. You know, the bees! Oh, Nicholas Cage is in Into the Spider-Verse as Noir Spider-Man.
What?
Yeah, I want that so much.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah. John Barrowman hates Steve Moffat. Moving on.
Time. Is it time?
Time of the Doctor. Yeah, only really remembered for the last 20
last-
minutes because it's so long and him just hanging around a thing called
Trent
Christmas.
Wall.
We never meet Clara's family properly. Just like you
No.
see her dad and her mum dying and the leaf, and she keeps that in Rings of Akaten.
Mm.
Then her
She's
dad
been
becomes
dead,
an older bald man because they're like, well,
hasn't
let's make him look older. Then she's got a stepmum that barely gets mentioned. Her nan's nice, but we only ever seen of her in Time with the Doctor and when Danny Pink dies in Series 8, and that's
Yeah,
it.
Oh God.
That's the main.
Oh, George.
The main problem with the Moffat era is like you don't get their family. Whereas in Family Life in Russell era, it's like first episode you met Jackie, you met Mickey, you met their whole
And
life,
they gradually.
and they
appeared.
grow. Like Mickey has the best arc. He goes from like a wee little person to going off to fight the Cybermen with Jack.
Simon
Cybermen
came
flew from one world to another. So did the Cybermen. That's the one thing.
I
Because
think I found a good one on
Moffat tries that in the beginning with Series 5, and you think you're going to get that when he retroactively brings back through the crack Amy's mum and dad, but then you never see them again, and then they're not mentioned.
once. No.
Not even like when they've like planned to have kids or they've moved house. Like you see Brian, like Brian's a great character, like Rory's dad, but
Yeah.
you should have a. Oh my god.
Oh, George, it's all in the past.
Matt Smith has the saddest regeneration though.
Yes.
It's when he
I
sees
always
when he
gonna
see,
end up
when he
with
sees
the
little
doctor's
Amy,
back.
and it's like first face is face saw, which calls back to
Raggedy Man.
Good Night. That's sad.
Yeah.
But what's funny is they're both wearing wigs in that scene, so like
Yeah.
technically they're both just bald. Raggedy Man. Good night. They get around the old I have no regenerations left,
Well, they kind of had to.
which is
yeah.
good because it longs him out, which
Yeah, of
means
course.
Capaldi's got, well, he had life to burn and then burnt through some of it. And now he's a woman.
Some of it.
Oh, it's good gosh, I'm a woman now, yes.
I'm still not ginger.
Yeah, why didn't he say, it'd be funny if he just was Malcolm Tucker from Thick of It. It's like, oh, fuck's sake, I'm not ginger.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't like my kidneys. Deep Breath is good. It's a bit too long,
Your kidneys.
which is a problem I have with Woman Who Fell to Earth. It's a bit too
I
long.
can't remember Deep Breath. I just remember him walking around going. At the beginning, coming out the TARDIS, he's like, and then just.
That's just Capaldi. He was just high. No, I remember in Deep Breath. I think one of the only things I remember about Deep Breath, apart from Matt Smith calling at the end, which was, oh my god, emotion, a doctor I liked
Brilliant,
in
yeah.
a story
Yeah.
that's shit.
Good surprise.
Is when he comes out and just starts naming the dwarves at Strax. He goes Sneezy, Dopey, Grumpy. And then he calls Strax Clara. Oh, come on, Clara, you know I speak dinosaur. He's not Clara, I'm Clara. And then he just goes, well, you're very similar heights. You not thought about wearing name badges? Sir? Oh, the Paternoster gang were fun, but they were overused in Series 7, and then you see
They
them
were.
once, and then
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gone forever, probably dead.
Erased
Lesbian,
from time.
lesbian lizard. Oh well.
Erased from time.
Into the oh yeah, Series 7 as a whole, because we didn't rate that. 5,
Are we including Day of the Doctor?
yeah,
and
including the
Time?
special, yeah. 5.
7.
Okay,
6.
6.
We're just all going to go for different ones.
7, 6, 5.
Well, I know because of part 1, there were 6 then. No,
Yeah.
the first one
Into
was
the Dalek is a remake of Dalek. You are a good Dalek. Even that line's on the nose.
Make a good Dalek.
But at the end of Into the Dalek, when he goes, I am not a good Dalek. You are a good Dalek. It's like, oh, fuck off.
Goosebumpy.
It's okay. Robert Sherwood's fun, but it feels like a Matt Smith episode because he's like
does.
sword fighting Robin Hood with a spoon.
That makes sense.
Ow.
Yeah, when he goes,
See, this is real hair. Oh, it is.
actually, when he goes, it might be inside a miniscope.
yeah, that was cool. That was good.
You've got all these diseases. You'll be dead in a week. I am real. And Capaldi just goes, bye. I like Savage Capaldi in Series 8 when he's the top layer if you want to say a few words. What was episode 4?
Go on. Get it.
thing I have all these.
Let me see. Oh, wait.
I see. I've only seen.
I
This
can't
like
even
a month
remember
ago.
those. Deep Breath, Into the Dalek, Robot Shit. Listen. Listen's a pile of shit.
Disappointing.
Danny Pink is a pointless character because he is thrown in episode 2 and suddenly he's in love with Clara. Like there's no sort of, if he travelled with them, I could get
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I could
yeah,
at least believe it more
At least be a
because then it would be like, be like Mickey, like, or with Rory, like you'd sort of learn how they are with each other, but they're never close. And then just in like caretaker, he's my boyfriend. No, he's a PE teacher.
Clara. That's not who you
When
did.
is it? Time Heist. Oh, I don't.
And then the caretaker.
Time Heist. I don't
Was good
remember.
in
I
places.
remember it was sort of cool that the Doctor was then the one that hired them, and they did the memory worm from Snowman, which
Yes.
was a nice little thing of we've
Throwback.
established what this does.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Better than
It's
I thought.
enjoyable,
Yeah.
yeah.
On rewatch, yeah.
The group of them, the core group of people, they're good. And then it's like the monster from Time Heist was just after a mate again, and it's like, and then they drop it off.
kind of like Beast Below lived with the dolphin. It was like,
No.
oh, I want to go back to my people.
The caretaker.
To
It's the lodger in Coal Hill School.
No, I think maybe the best episode of that series. To me, I had a great
I
time
like
watching
Flatline. I hate this one though. Kill the Moon. It's shit.
it. Yeah.
Because it's so much of a pro-abortion, like for abortion, against abortion story. like just disguised as, do we like sacrifice this moon or not? Yeah.
And then she
I
takes
I think
a
it's-
school.
I think
and he
it's
takes
pointless.
A schoolgirl with her.
Yeah, it takes. Oh, that school girl. I don't even remember Courtney. Oh my god, she's so fucking annoying, and she throws up on the, when he
Why did you have to mention
when he
Sorry.
when she throws up and the doctor goes like, he does something like he's staring off into the distance and goes,
So this is the shit
ah,
I remember.
yes.
I only watched this
Clean-
a month ago.
clean up in all the aisles or something like that.
Mm.
Mummy on the Orient Express is great. It feels like a very classic Who episode. Like you could put any doctor in that and that'd be amazing.
Which
That's-
war?
Mummy on the Orient Express.
Mummy. Oh.
Hello, you my mummy, which is a nice little throwback to another Moffat story. Flatline I like.
The best episode then. That's the best
I
episode.
like Flatline, Mummy on the Orient Express, and
The one after.
Caretaker. Oh yeah, I like Mummy on the Orient Express because it's referenced in the end of series 5, like the ghost on the Orient Express in
It
space,
is,
and then he
yeah.
even says like I've been putting this off for a while, but there's not the Queen on there waiting for him or whatever. So
Yep.
like, is it the same
No, it
Orient
was a-
Express?
It was a series 7.
Is
reference.
Moffat playing series 5 reference?
No, I swear it was 7. I
No,
remember
the end
looking it up myself.
End of Big Bang. Like he gets the phone call like at the end of the wedding night, and he's like, "Oh yes, on the Orient Express in space." And I was like, "Oh, is that going to be the Christmas special?" It's like, no, we won't find out until he's Scottish.
In the forest.
In the Forest at Night, yeah. Make kids
That was
not
okay.
take their medication, and then there's a tiger, and then Danny
Tiger.
Danny Pink does a load of shit and scares off a tiger with a torch, and
Yeah.
they slept in the museum. I've never had that as a school trip, and if I did, I'd want a refund.
Same. Dark.
Dark Water and Death in Heaven.
Yeah.
Dark Water.
I hate.
It was a lot of
I
walking
hate-
around.
The only good thing about Dark Water is the Missy reveal. But like, because the whole we're going,
No, the
who's
reveal-
Missy?
The reveal was great. Yeah. Yeah. Who is Missy?
Yeah, that was a great reveal.
Yeah.
But what's not great is she's not the master because she doesn't act like the master. She's
No,
just
I know.
mental.
She's
She
the
didn't act
Rani.
like her, but
No.
it's-
She's the-
still quite good at
Yeah,
it.
Michelle
no.
Gomez is great.
Mm-hmm.
Like she plays that part, whatever it's meant to be, she plays
Awesome.
it well.
10 out of 10.
But like,
Yeah.
it's not it's the master in name only because like she never acts like the master. She's just crazy.
She's the Rani deluded.
I wouldn't even say that. I'd say like she's just
Omega.
yeah. It's never Omega. She's just fucking crazy. I like Michelle Gomez. I hate Missy,
Mm.
but Michelle Gomez is a great performer. So, Death in Heaven, where it's like, oh, the brigadier. I really hope one day you'll be carted around in a tin body and salute me. Because Pertwee always said that to Brigadier, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
It's like he always wanted,
Oh, yes.
and they make a big deal of he always wanted to salute. So it's just Capaldi's salute in a Cyberman that doesn't, because now the Brigadier's a fucking Cyberman that blows up. Why?
What a good way
Why
to-
does Capaldi have to ruin my life?
What a good way
Not Capaldi,
to sum up the
Moffat.
legacy.
Why is
Of a-
Capaldi doing that?
Why is Capaldi always wrong? Last Christmas.
Fucking Moffat.
Last Christmas I hate.
Entertaining at the beginning, because I didn't know what it was.
Because that's when Clara was meant to leave. But then they just like, psych, there's
No.
another bug on you.
No,
that would've been nice.
The hugging line was great. At the end of Series 8 with the
Yeah,
whole...
hugs just a way to show. And then
Yeah.
I like the moment in Series 8 when he's smashing the thing because Mrs. lied to him where Gallifrey is. That's a powerful moment.
Yeah,
and she's
it's
like,
hard to explain.
and they're both lying to each other because they don't want to upset each other. Oh yeah, I found Gallifrey. And she's like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Danny's fine. Series 8, 6. 6 out of 10. It's not worth. It's not the worst Capaldi series,
Well, obviously not, no.
but it's not the best.
No.
What are you going for, Ruby?
Better than Series 7 though, I'd give it a
Yeah.
7.
Oh yeah.
Series 7 was a 6 and this was a 7. But this isn't the Doctor's show, this was
I'm
Clara's
just gonna
show.
give it a 6.
I'm just gonna give
This
it a
was
6.
Clara who with...
Yeah, when
featuring
Clara's
the
like, I
Doctor.
don't know who the Doctor is anymore, and he just goes, "Am I a good man, Clara?"
Well no, she even says in
No, I
Death
love
in
you.
Heaven, she says, I am the Doctor, and her face was first. That
Yeah.
was that episode.
Oh, do you know what also pissed me off? The fucking throwing the keys in the volcano. It's like,
Oh,
yeah, it's a dream sequence. I don't care. She still,
Danny back.
I don't care. She still did
Danny
it.
Pink back.
You will never get inside your TARDIS again. No, don't be. But it's then when the Doctor's even more powerful. Like, do you think betraying me would really make a difference of how much I cared about you? It's like, you don't deserve a friend like him, you fucking bitch. Last Christmas, yeah, it's pointless. Shona was good, and we was like, oh, is she gonna be the new companion? And then Moffat's like, psych, Clara's not actually old and gonna have a nice ending. We're gonna kill her with a raven. Danny Pink being in it as dressed as Santa. Like, come on, Clara, open it. No.
No, exactly.
Go
no.
away, Danny. I'm glad Danny... And then Danny never gets mentioned again.
No.
They just got lost.
It's not even in the dream. It's not like, oh, Doctor, I saw Danny. It's just a case of, oh, okay.
It's just a case of
in the
ignore.
past.
It's when what's Danny Pink doing right now? It's probably kissing people behind your back, and she just slaps you, and then it's like, Danny Pink's dead. It's like, well, you could have told him.
Yeah, exactly.
Magician's Apprentice. We're into the best series of New Who since
The only decent episode of that series.
Magician's Apprentice. Davros. My name is Davros, and then it's just the.
That was
That's
a good
cool.
twist.
But then anything after that, it's just like no. When he gets in the thing in Which Is Familiar, when he goes, anyone for Dodgems? When he's in Davros's chair.
Yeah.
Davros is or
Great.
I like when he goes, admit it, you've all had this exact nightmare. Which is true. It's quite funny. It's quite funny how much
I think
Capaldi's
that
aging face looks like
It
Davros.
sums up Capaldi. He
Is
is the best
Capaldi being
one-liner.
fun?
He's the best quotable Doctor.
But he's
maybe.
not what a certain, because Series 8 is dark, Series 9 is sort of like moaning about the hybrid and trying to be funny.
Having
And then
a
in Series
guitar.
yeah, and like being a rock star, and he's being all silly. But then in Series 10 he's just sort of reserved and quiet. It's like,
Yeah.
why?
He wants to go away. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, Magician Apprentice, Which Is Familiar, it's okay. Missy's still not Missy.
No, but Davros and the Doctor bonding.
Oh yeah,
is
him
a thing to see.
and Davros was nice, but then how did Davros get those movie clips of Tom Baker speaking about do I have the right?
No idea.
It's like your face.
Yeah.
It's
The
like,
whole thing was on record.
Or when he's like, like someone was filming it.
It was a secret YouTube video back in the
Oh yeah,
70s.
because in the Target novelisation
Oh,
of
welcome back to my channel.
Day of the Doctor, I think they mentioned that the joke's meant to be with the Peter Cushing Doctor Who films is that people made films about his adventures and he signed off on his life rights. Like that's the joke of making the Peter Cushing Doctor canon. Because Davros has that line where he's like, I like this face better than your last one. It's like, whoa. He is not better than David Tennant's face.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That was a powerful moment in Series 4 where he's like, your voice is different, but yet its arrogance is unchanged. And David Tennant's just like, oh my god.
You're so right.
Partly acting as in like, oh my god, Davros is back. And not partly, oh my god, I'm in an episode of Davros.
Yeah.
What was after? Under the Lake. Good.
Yeah, the other
The
decent-
deaf actress.
the
Very good. That was
Mhm,
nice.
Good
Um,
touch. Wasn't a gimmick.
The second part being set in the past and then it negating
won't
itself
be in
by
the
the Doctor
future.
not actually dying. It's like,
Yeah,
no, no, thank you. The return of that creature that David Viola was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this was like 3 weeks ago now. You're catching up with my timeline.
Yeah, I'm catching up with the timelines, Clara. The hybrid Clara. Unlike before.
Oh no! Don't say that name.
Why did you say that name? Under the Lake Before the Flood.
There's only one hybrid, and that was Dalek Sec.
Don't, you're gonna drop
I am Dalek Sec.
You're glitching.
Under the Lake Before the Flood. Girl who died.
No, I died watching that. I died.
Woman who lived.
I felt like I wasted
No.
my money.
No, because then there's a random line in The Woman Who Lived where she's like, "Oh, I had loads of children, but they're all dead."
Yep.
Maisie Williams is like good in like the first like 15 minutes of The Girl Who Died, and then
Yeah,
it's just like weird God Odin fake.
The cliffhanger.
I'm gonna
was
call
her
you
being
Lofty.
God, it was just.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, she's in modern times now. Yeah, Girl Who Died one.
cheesy.
Zygon invasion, Zygon inversion.
Disappointing.
A lot of promise, but
Most
pointless
maybe
because
Not
most
deliver.
disappointing two-parter of all New Who.
Hmm.
Maybe.
because it's like, but it's got a great speech by Capaldi about you don't know who's going to die. Like that's a great Capaldi. Like it's so sad that Capaldi has very few like doctory moments.
You got
No.
sleep no more.
Sleep no more. No,
That's the one. No.
I will sleep much more.
I slept much more in that episode.
Exactly.
See, I could. Yeah, my mind was asleep.
Okay, Face the Raven. First time you see Face the Raven, it's a boring story, and it's only really remembered for the last 20 minutes. But then the whole ending is negated by the fucking hellbent. No, not yet.
No, but yeah, Maisie Williams in it.
Maisie-
Maisie Part 3.
And then she's in the end as well, isn't she? Heaven, but can we just say Heaven Sent is one of the finest episodes of Doctor Who ever.
The last 20 minutes is.
No, it's great. No, the whole thing's great because it's
No.
just a character piece about the Doctor, and the Doctor's great, and it is shot so well. Like Rachel Talalay nails
Yeah, no, it
that.
shot good, but I didn't get what was going on. It was just the Doctor walking around Hogwarts in space going, oh, I'm all by myself.
Uncomfortable.
No, because it was in his
Like, oh.
confession dart, and it's great, like that loop.
Yeah, but
and
we
then
didn't know that until the last 5 minutes.
no, but you got the impression because there was loads of things of his clothes. But I would agree with you. That edit of him punching the wall, getting killed by the the thing,
Again.
and then like it go in loop.
Literally,
And,
it was like a 15-minute loop.
yeah, and then like the subtle changes to it. So like the only new thing is really he's getting further into the diamond wall as he punches it, and it's great.
But
Like as he
kept
tells the
saying
shepherd's
thing
boy
as well.
story.
Yeah, wow, yeah. I need to play the scene. I can't think exactly what.
Personally, I think that's a hell of a bird.
But he does it for like how many years?
Like 6 billion, yeah, like when he's 600 done something billion years. And then you get to Gallifrey and you're like, oh my god, Gallifrey, even though we thought
It was like a holy shit moment.
Even, yeah, because we thought, oh, like, because at the end of the 50th is like home, the long way around. But then Moffat said, if you've got a good idea for a story, just do it now. There's no point in waiting. It's like, what?
Yeah. No, for me, that was like worth 50.
That was good. But then Gallifrey's so criminally underused in Hellbent that it's
It
pointless.
is, right?
Like, he gets there, he's a bit grumpy in a shed, eats some soup. Like, the spaceship comes, Rassilon.
No dialogue. Everyone looks at the Doctor and suddenly goes,
He's a
runs
war.
away.
He's a war hero, sir.
Yeah,
Get off his planet. Yeah, and then Rassilon's just wandering the desert.
Yep.
Get off his planet
Fake
because he's
Rassilon.
suddenly fake Rassilon. It would have been so good if Timothy don't want to come back.
Nice, yeah.
Just a bit iconic because he was meant to, but it was scheduling. That's the only sad thing.
Last one is the husbands of River Song.
Oh,
Fun. That was 2 weeks ago. Fun.
that was
That's
fun.
alright. It's alright.
It was actually Christmas 2015.
Yeah.
No, for me, 2 weeks ago. Or even, no, not a week. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I hate Hellbent because then Clara's just alive again because
That ending, yep.
yeah, she gets him out and she's like, oh well, I will die eventually when I go back.
The
So
long
I'm
way round.
gonna have adventures in this flying cafe with Maisie Williams.
They didn't realise it was but then why did
And
the
they
Doctor go with it?
And the cringiest thing is that they cross over. Like the last shot is them crossing over, but people are more worried about the sonic screwdrivers. I hated the sonic glasses in Series 9. I hated them. Pointless. He gets the sonic back, and it's great. Like that 2 seconds with the sonic at the end of Series 9 is like the best.
Hallelujah.
Something's right, at least.
I like the costume that he wears in Face the Raven, like the red velvety version of the costume.
Pertwee-esque.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
Like it's just how the Doctor updates again.
Mhm.
Like when Smith goes to purple, but like that. That's good. Husband River Song is fun, but it's a bit stupid because
Should have been a 10 minutes or a 5 minute story. It should have been.
it could have been a DVD
Hello,
extra.
man.
It could have been a DVD extra.
Hello, sweetie.
But the thing is that
Yeah.
it doesn't feel natural with Capaldi with River.
Should've
No.
been-
If they were going to end the River cycle,
You should have been with Matt.
it should have been Matt ending it before she went to the library.
It would make
Mhm,
more
mhm.
sense.
Yeah,
Yep.
it would have. But then they were like, "Oh, we haven't used River in a while. Let's use River."
Let's bring her up from.
Thank God she's like it was a good end, like the last 20 minutes. And like the scene where she doesn't know that he's the Doctor, and then like he's not in love enough to be standing here with me.
Exactly,
That is sweet when
It's his face,
in the way
honestly.
he's like he seems sad, and then he's just the way he's looking at her, and then he just goes, "Hello, sweetie,"
Yeah.
and like I was like, "Oh, that's really nice."
Yeah.
And then when he takes her to Beryllium, it's like, "This is it, the last day," and it's like, "Oh, we're here, finally."
It's like, oh shit.
But then it doesn't make sense. In the DVD box set of Series 6, there's a scene that infers that it's the last night when she's with Matt, when Matt's in a tuxedo with her. Like,
Whoa.
there's multiple Doctors and Rivers.
I watched all the extras. Oh, I didn't remember that.
What Night and the Doctor? You need to.
I've
'cause
seen
there's,
all the extras on all the sets.
Yeah,
But, I mean, I don't remember that.
there's one where it's like there's two versions of Matt.
Yeah, I remember
that
they were in a
cross
little
over.
tuxedo, but
It's
I thought
like-
they were just going out to a party or
And
something.
it's like they're taking her to Beryllium. Is that the night he died? And he's like, spoilers. Which then Moffat shits on his own work. It's because he's incontinent.
That's it. I'm watching Series 6 tonight. Just, I've got to watch that myself. What? I don't remember that.
It's great.
Damn.
I missed
Moffat,
it.
you fucked.
Well, of course he did. It's Moffat.
I've
Husband-
only watched these episodes.
Greg Davis is fun in Husband of the River Song. Hydroflax, but then it's like, oh, my husband. It's like, I'm going to need a bigger flowchart. That's a great line. Capaldi's nice when the Doctor's just being fun. Nardole's a bit weird in this one,
Yeah.
and
he
in
doesn't really do
Mysterio, he doesn't fit.
No.
But then in Series 10, Nardo is great.
I think with Nardole, jumping ahead.
I'm
All
Nardo!
we do with fucking this podcast, we go jumping and forwards.
Well, we're nearly up.
I think the best episode, when Nardo turns
When
around,
we got that.
It's gonna take
was
about 4 hours.
Extremis. Extremis is the episode where I thought, yeah, Nardole's good. Nardole's
Yeah,
great.
he's
I like
great.
him.
But Doctor Mysterio. Oh my god, it's so shit. It's like, let's make Superman.
It's like-
No!
I
Why?
thought the Flash. I thought Barry Allen. I thought no.
The return of Doctor Mysterio. Like, he's that guy who played, I don't even remember his name.
Nope.
Like, he was so boring and monotone.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like,
Yeah.
I'm in love with the the mother of the child that I babysit. And the doctor's just like, I like how the kid mistakes him for Santa, because it's like, I told my mum there was a guy in a red jacket hanging outside my window, so I let him in and gave him some cookies. It's like, of course he would think it's Santa. Ho! It's just when the call goes ho ho ho. I like that it's not really set at Christmas. Like, you don't have to worry about it being at Christmas.
No, that's
They don't over Christmas it.
They could have.
Whereas with Husbands of River Song, it's like, oh, big campy pantomime Christmas fun.
Ding, ding, ding.
And then it's the fact that I don't really like that they make River's death a don't make River's death a platypus. They make it a plot point.
A plot form.
They make it a plot point, even though it was only really important, like in
the
2008, or in the Matt Smith era.
2011, yeah.
It's like
Madam, what year is it?
2015.
It's 2008. It's when like the doctor's very sad. It's like, oh, I've been away for a while, but I'm back. You know, everything begins again, and it's sad. Like, that's a nice speech, but I like the way Nardole sort of like bookends it by just going, is he going to be alright? It's like, he's a doctor. He's very brave. He's very silly, and I think for a while he's going to be very sad, but in the end, he'll be alright. I'll make sure of it. And then he just goes,
yeah, it's pretty.
Bye.
See ya.
I just don't like that he's miserable about River, like in series 10. Cause
no,
it's like,
I agree with that.
I like him. Okay, we're in series 10.
Yeah.
Series
Last week.
Hallelujah.
we just need to do one thing. We need to rank series 9.
Rank
Oh.
series
2.
9.
2.
I'm gonna go.
2 because of Daleks and the River Song.
I'm going for a 1.
Go for a 1.
I'm going for a 1.
That's probably wise.
Then
I'm going to go for a minus 4,000.
for 10, I'm just give it like a 0.
Can I reverse polarity?
Reverse the polarity of the neutron. In series 10 is nice. It's a great breath of fresh air. The pilot is good. It's nice. It's fresh.
Maybe it's
I like how he has a picture of Susan and River on his desk. I like how he has a pot full of his Sonics.
Yeah.
It's very like, you don't really have to know. Yeah, I got my pot of Sonics. I like how you don't really have to know Doctor Who at that point. It is a very good jumping on point, but it's like it's a nice little. Nardole's good, even though we get no explanation as to why he's suddenly back, and like the screw just falls out of his sleeve. He just kicks it under the TARDIS or something.
He's only just strolls in. And he's like,
Yeah.
hey,
And then like the Doctor just still does the playing his guitar thing. Where it's like, oh yes.
And what's he say? He says the line.
He says
Bill,
something.
Bill wanders it.
And you learn more about Bill than you ever learned about Clara.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that first bit's like,
Yeah.
serve chips, fancy this girl, gave her too many chips, she got fat. It's like, yes, that's life. That's life, kids. That's life.
Bill
What are you gonna take?
I like sort of the professor. It's almost like Ace and the Doctor in like they almost angle towards that when it's like it's the professor, and I think she calls him professor once, and I'm just like, oh, that's a nice little touch. When he jumps, he gradually introduces her to more space travel to try and get away from the puddle. It's go forwards in time, and then it's oh no, don't be silly, we're on Australia, and then it's a different planet, and it's like that's nice when she gradually gets more and more used to it.
Yep.
Then the Daleks have their obligatory cameo with the thingies from Destiny of the Daleks, isn't it? The Mavellans.
Yeah, they were nice. Yeah, the Mavellans.
You just see the back of them. It's like, here's the
it's all the wigs. He's like, hey.
It's the obligatory Dalek introduction of the year.
Yay.
Oh, but then that's not true, is it? Oh yeah, we get them again because we get Rusty and Twice Upon a Time.
Unexpected, but
The one character I wanted to return. Smile's good and very sinister.
I felt it was a little bit disappointing though. It could have been more.
What was after Smile?
Thin Ice.
Thin Ice was great when the Doctor punches a racist. It's wicked. Like he's being horrible to Bill and he just bang. That's Capaldi, fun Capaldi, like an ice fair. Like, why have they never done it? And it's so classic-y Doctor Who. You feel like it's a Tom Baker story. Just strolls in, gets changed. Yeah. Elephant on the ice. The villain's a bit crap, like the fish. But it's alright.
But the ending shot was it cool when it came to life and it broke the ice and it was the River Thames. I mean, that's nice.
That was nice. That was cool.
Knock knock.
Hey, who's there?
Doctor
Who? Boom boom.
Oh, alright, never mind. Bang bang.
He shut me down. Bang bang, you hit the ground.
Copyright. Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the episode list because
Knock knock.
it's not on my steelbook.
It's knock knock.
Is it knock knock? Oh, I'm just making sure. Yeah, it's knock
Oh,
knock.
sure, I watched it a week
Yeah, it's
ago.
not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's knock knock.
Yeah.
That's a good story. I like David Suchet as the landlord.
Reading it though, I didn't like it. I
Touche.
was gonna be cheesy, but it was good.
Hmm.
No, that one surprised me.
Mm. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The reveal it's like it's his mother, just like massively
Ooh.
cockroached up. Is like
Yeah, it was a bit odd.
I like the body horror sort of bit of like I'm eating them, but they don't take that far enough. Of like the house eating them.
No.
Oxygen. Oxygen's good.
Fun.
Yeah, because it's about commercialism.
How you do kill the moon, but better.
It's like, of course, they would find a way to sell oxygen to people and like do that in the future because that's how they would make their money. It makes sense. And then is that the one where the doctor goes blind?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got
Doctor,
the
I'm
best
blind.
cliffhanger.
I'll never be able to see ever again
No, and then you
until
think
like
he kills,
3
but it's
episodes
all-
later when
Yeah,
he can see again.
It's
Now,
a
this is-
miracle.
Okay, so now we're at the point in the series where this is where it lost all momentum for me. The Monk trilogy. Extremists.
I still thought it was good. The beginning was weird.
The beginning was weird.
Missy
He's
was weird.
using, and then he's like depressed about, oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah,
Like 10 years ago, because that's when we cared about River dying.
Exactly.
Fucking stupid.
yeah.
And him using the glasses to try and not tell. I don't know why he doesn't just tell Bill he's still blind. Like, why has he got to lie to her?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
old git.
Old git. And then he reads something, and then there's an invasion. Pyramid at the end of the world.
That's the one that weakened it for me. I just was not into that one.
Because I think Unit are in that.
There's something
Yeah, and the
it
world
doesn't really
leaders.
flow, it's
No.
like, you can't watch
All I remember
Okay.
is the
Doctor
doctor's.
is the president again.
Yeah, he becomes the president of
Yeah.
the world, and then he's in the desert in some made-up
They
country.
literally walk around,
Yep.
and then the
And there's
last
a pyramid.
They go in, and it's like, monks.
And then they change it, and that's when the Doctor
Yeah.
gets his sight back in The Lie of the Land, which is great alternative future story. The thing I hate is the fake regeneration when Capaldi gets shot, and so does that mean he fakes it? Which yes, it's an alternate
Yeah.
timeline, and you
Mm.
can retcon it out that way.
Mm-mm-mm.
But if he can regenerate at will, what's the point?
Yeah, no, I did. Going into that though, I thought, hang on a minute.
It's the only way to
It's
make me
real
trust you.
tension. I thought it was actually real tension.
It'd been funny if he'd regenerated into Jodie Whittaker then,
It would have been cool.
and not told anyone. Just oh yes, I'm a woman. Oh, a woman now in Zan. I'm not in Sheffield.
Sheffield still.
Oh, fucking Sheffield still.
Can't wait to get onto that.
Empress of Mars. Fun. It's a fun Gator script. It's probably
Good
the
villain.
one. Probably the one he was born to. It's a bit weird. Victorians on Mars, but good
Ignoring
villain.
that.
Good villain on
Done weirdo.
the Empress
Ignoring
of
that.
the Empress of the Ice Warriors.
Cool.
Cool looking, but they didn't do much though.
No, it was just she had a lisp in her tongue and always.
I'll tell you.
Show them mercy.
I'll tell you an episode I did like in Series 10.
Which one?
Eaters of Light.
Yeah, better than I thought. Yeah.
Classic Who writer Rora Monroe returns. Roman army alternative thing is quite good. It felt very. It felt very survivalish.
Because it was done by her.
Yeah, done by her. Yeah, it felt very that sort of tone. It's nice to see.
Less now.
You know, Moffat, you left it too late because now we're on to World Enough and Time and the Doctor
Greatest
Falls.
finale ever.
It's the best Capaldi finale.
Oh,
I
definitely,
punched the
without
mic.
doubt.
I was that excited.
Alright.
Don't.
The only thing that ruins it is the fact that we knew Johnson was in it before he was in it.
Indeed.
If that hadn't been like the bit when he takes his mask off, because you sort of would have had an inkling because he sort of talks like, but if you had no idea he's in it,
It would have been an actual holy shit moment.
holy shit. But like when you know he's in it, like you can sort of see his face in it, and you're like, well, that's the master. Like
Yeah.
that's the master.
That's the
Should we
only.
get off this
And it's a
bit
nice,
more?
yeah, and it's a bit cool. But
It
it's
would
a,
have made the episode a lot better.
mm,
It really would have.
it would have been great because then when he done that,
Yeah. And we're like, oh my god.
do 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 dun, I'm the master.
Yeah. Oh,
A nice callback to how classic Master used to be a master of disguise.
exactly.
Yeah.
Brilliant use of the script.
And it's the fact, I don't like the
Or
fact
the
that
source
Moffat
material.
uses the script to make the Master flirt with herself.
Yeah.
Him, her, so
Yeah,
It was like-
whatever you want to say.
you know,
Let's
when
not
it's-
talk
herself.
about that.
When he says to her, "Is it
Yeah.
weird that I really want to kiss you?" It's like, yes.
Yeah, I looked
That's
at that.
basically you just like kissing yourself.
It's like no, no. Bill getting killed
Keep
off.
it in your fancy.
Bill getting killed off like straight away was like, oh, that's
Good, but tragic.
good. Oh, Bill was a great companion because she had one good season and you wanted more.
Mm.
And it was a nice ending to the Cybermen thing, and I like the perspective of she sees herself like she's in her body, and like the Doctor sees her like that, but then the rest of it is her as a Cyberman.
Yeah, no, well shot. Yeah. No,
What did you think of the Mondasian Cyberman?
Great to finally have back, but I don't get why every other Cyberman was in it from a continuity point of view.
Because it was a very sort of ham-fisted quote of like, I'd call it a genesis. The genesis of the Cybermen.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I'm surprised they didn't call that.
Parts is the genesis of the Cybermen. Cheap plug.
I think they should have just called it Genesis of the Cybermen if they were committed to it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's Capaldi's face though when he's like, you hear John Sim and he's like,
I last see you.
when the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
Which is nice
You were
because
the
you get a bit of context to him, like what he did after the end of time where he punches Rassilon with like lightning back through the rift in the David Tennant story. You get he's like, they cured me of my thing and then told me to piss off.
But that's all he says. There's no.
I would love just like a couple of stories with John Sim's master with a TARDIS. Like he would be so Ainley-esque, it would be great with the goatee.
Yeah.
I wish Capaldi had regenerated.
Get
a move on, Slobo!
A horn of the TARDIS.
He would have been the horns of pneumonia. I wish Capaldi had regenerated at the end of War Enough in Time.
Definitely.
Because Moffat didn't want to do a Christmas special, and neither did Chibnall. So Moffat was like, I'll do it then. It's that bit that's very Legopolis, you know, when the lights come on and then you get Rose. Yeah. And I was like, I just had goosebumps. I was like, oh my god, it's the end.
But the moment's been prepared for.
Doctor! It's the captain just like, oh, like I don't know why Capaldi would think of all these characters, because he didn't meet like any of them apart from Bill and Nardo and Clara. If it was David Tennant, then you'd be like, oh yeah.
Except not with Bill and...
Yeah.
No, with Bill. It's like, who are these people? I'm going, well, they're people I've met in my future.
Was like,
well,
wasn't it confirmed a while ago that for the 55th anniversary? Because aren't we? Well,
that was a joke.
Anniversary, you know?
The joke about the 5 Doctors in modern times. Yeah.
Indeed, or whatever. They say
as an April Fool's. Yeah. I would have a modern 5 Doctors with
April. Was it in April?
It was in April. It was on April 1st they did that.
Oh, well, never mind.
I would love an Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, Capaldi, and Whittaker like story. Yeah, but you need to give.
That's the combination.
You need to give Jodie a series in a bit.
Rain.
And we're nearly there. We're nearly on her. Oh. Nearly on her like a pack of dogs, Susan. Wait, no. Live. Live. You know, you've got some stuff to say, Ruby. You've got some stuff to. An hour and 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, War Enough Time. Good, not great. Nice. I think the first part's more effective than like the way they sort of cut between the Master and Bill or whatever his disguise name is, I don't remember, and the frozen screen of Capaldi, and then just like going back to that. That's great. That's cool. And then it's like it's quite boring after a while because nothing happens, and they're just at a house.
Time is frozen. Yeah.
When he names all the battles as he kills the Cybermen, like when he starts regenerating, and he's like, "Well done, oh Doctor, well enough," and then it's like. It's nice that the stakes are just save some kids from some Cybermen. That's nice. And then the genre whiplash ends with Twice Upon a Time.
Well, I watched that.
They make
last week.
Okay, so the first Doctor's now sexist.
Yep. Yeah. For no reason.
Because Bants.
They rewrote the original character. Yeah.
Yeah, so now every time like I'm gonna go to watch a Hartnell story, it's gonna be like, oh, do you remember the 10th planet? When you like, if I watch the 10th planet, it's gonna, oh, this is just after the end of this, he sort of goes back and meets Capaldi, and he talks about women being aren't all women made of glass in some kind of way.
He's such a gentleman to Polly, and then he's like,
where's Polly when you? Someone said like, where's Polly when you need a good dusting?
Yeah.
Like that would have been like true reference too far now. It's like all women made of glass, and he's like oh, like him and the Brigadier's granddad, like because they shoehorn that in, which then is meant to explain why he doesn't like saluting people because he salutes the Brigadier's granddad in World War One. Even though he says when this starts again, you won't be able to see me. And then Brigadier's granddad turns around and he just goes hello.
Yeah, he doesn't wave him off.
Moffat got to the point where he was contradicting himself in the same episode. We will do in-depth reviews of every episode one day, but now is not the time.
One day we shall come back.
One day. I like how it's sort of. I don't like the previously on Doctor Who, like however many episodes ago it was, like 700 and something.
Yeah, no,
that was cringy. Cheesy. That was so cheesy. But I like if they'd have started it with like the thingy footage, the 10th Planet footage, then expanding into that's great. And then he's sort of like almost trying to fan film, fill in the gaps by refilming some of the 10th Planet that's lost. That's cool.
Yeah,
and the
was originally going to be kind of like not a redo remake, but
sort of like intertwine it, like this. Yeah, it's clever how they do it. It almost doesn't make sense though. So because how does he get there when the Vault of Glass or Testimony isn't there, even though the spaceship looks like a castle? Then the Brigadier's granddad gets out for some reason.
Because
why?
You see at the beginning, Hartnell's with Ben and Polly, like in the TARDIS.
Polly.
Just before the regeneration scene.
No, good smack bottom, yes.
But then he walks out the TARDIS, and that's when he meets Capaldi. Whereas in the 10th Planet, he goes in the TARDIS, and that's it. He collapses, and that's it. There's nothing in between.
Yeah, and then he goes. But there was a suggestion in a script thing that he didn't want to change in the original Hartnell story.
Yeah.
So like they got that out. It's just sort of like Moffat going, "See, look, I'm not the only one that's doing them. Just trying to."
Because in the 10th Planet, doesn't Hartnell leave the base temporarily?
Yeah, he leaves the base, and then they catch up because they go to the TARDIS, and the TARDIS is locked. So he sort of fills in a gap. I don't know how though.
No.
In his mind it works, but in everyone else's mind, Hartnell's just sexist, and it just doesn't.
It's changed.
He's like sunglasses indoors. What's internet history?
Browser history.
It's like, okay, don't look at that. But then that suggests that the Doctor's just like looking at dirty crap on his Sonic. Yeah, suggests that he's always been a pervert because he's just looking at weird stuff on his Sonic Screwdriver internet page. What?
But he's only got the glasses.
I like the regeneration. Then goes back to, like when it goes back to the footage when it sizes up, links back to the footage of 10th Planet, and then it's like, oh, that's nice. Clara being in it, we sort of expected it. That's nice, sort of thing. Like, Merry Christmas, and then she just insults him like, "Don't for forgetting me," because that was quite insulting. It's like, you're the one that switched reversed the polarity so that he would forget. So anyway, fuck Clara. Bill and Nardo was great when he talks about his glass nipples.
He does.
And then Capaldi's really sincere with like, "Thank you for everything you were to me."
But
and you think that's and you think this is something I have to do alone. Time to leave the battlefield. And that speak, I cried.
I was crying inside.
I cry outside.
He cries everywhere.
Every regeneration, this is a rule with me. Every regeneration story and every companion exit, I will just lose my shit.
Well, not with Clara though.
No. Face the Raven the first time, I was a bit sort of like I was quite upset. I was like,
yeah, but not Hellbent.
The worst.
Oh no! After Hellbent, I was like, Hellbent, I was just angry.
Yeah. The worst one was David Tennant.
You've ripped that.
That was excellent.
You've ripped the irreparable content book. Bastard.
You've ripped the whole.
You're
fabric
sacked.
Space and time.
You time me why me, spacey wacy.
Everybody lost in time space.
Please stop doing that, because if you rip the page out, I will kill you.
Your worst one was David Tennant at Rose.
Well, that's because it was.
We
spent the most.
Poster on the wall.
No, okay, we're not going to.
He covered the heads with paper because he didn't want to see.
Yes, I was sad, and I was also younger then. Take me back to when David Tennant was in Doctor Who.
They should just make Ed Sheeran like
the Doctor.
Then
he's ginger.
He'll be ginger. Well, it's Rupert Grint as well.
Well, Brad wasn't. Yeah. Oh, I'd love that. Ron Weasley. What am I trying to say?
Imagine.
Yeah, it's sad with the Capaldi speech when it's almost like him giving advice to the next Doctor, and it's also a double-edged sort of like Moffat going, "Now this is how you don't fuck up Doctor Who," which is rich coming from the man who fucked up Doctor
Who.
Because after the Matt Smith era, like they just stopped selling toys and they just stopped having more merchandise. Whereas with Whittaker, we're going to get all that back. I miss all them. I miss it. I miss happy times.
I think for me, Series 7 was the gradual downfall, and then Series 10 picked it up.
Yeah. So Series 10, I would give. Oh, brilliant. It's a nice little speech. It's a nice ending, and you feel like that's Capaldi saying goodbye to the part, and it's nice. So he's like, "I let you go,"
it kind of goes.
And then it's like, woman, and then the TARDIS throws her out because the TARDIS doesn't like women.
The TARDIS is sexist because of Hartnell.
It kind of goes.
Yeah, Hartnell was just like, "Oh, goodness me, TARDIS, you're very sexist." And then the woman falls to earth,
button.
and we'll get there right now.
Like it's bad, like it's worse at the end.
Well,
than at the start, but then like the last episode is.
How do we even approach this one?
Series 10, I'm going to say 7. It's the best Capaldi series. It's so good at the start, and then you lose so much momentum with the Monk trilogy. But then it sort of tries to pick it. It's almost like trying to stumble to the end.
It does pick it up.
No, it's
not in the same way.
no, not it's
Yeah.
nowhere near as good as the
It
first half.
continues.
But for me, it's like it's stumbling towards the end. Like, no, we just got. It's like a horse with one leg. It's like we've just got to get to the finish. We've just got to get there.
Home stretch.
If
Yeah.
every episode was naff, then I'd agree. But I enjoy.
No, not every episode's left. The only ones I don't like are those 3. But it takes so much.
The middle one of the monk.
Like you're enjoying it. You're like yes, yes, and then it's like no. What is
the
this
pyramid
shit?
at the end of the world. The second one.
What also
that's-
doesn't help with the monk trilogy is 3 different people write it.
Yeah,
That's why it doesn't make sense.
no continuity again.
Anyway, yeah. So what would you rate Series 10? Rubens Barrichello.
I don't know.
That's good.
Oh,
I'd
that's
say.
great. It's a good sign.
Can we do half? Can I do 6.5?
Yeah, okay, 6 and we'll give you a
6.5.
6.5 out of 10.
6.5 out of
9.
10.
9.
Maybe
Nine?
9.5. Yeah, I
Yeah,
liked.
but
I
higher.
did love Series 10.
It's
Okay.
good.
Even though I've only just watched it. Bear in mind, I've only just seen it.
Give it
Just like
time.
fresh
Give it
in
time
the
to
mind.
hurt your soul.
Yeah.
The Moffat era
Can we-
overall, I
twice
think we
upon a
could,
time. Do we even rate that? Twice
no,
upon a time.
because I include that in just Series 10. You can rate that on your own if you want.
Yeah.
6.
Okay. The Moffat era as a whole, I think we gave RTD 9 for his
Uh-huh.
era because he left us wanting more and did it right. Moffat left us when he should have left earlier. I would say 7 out of 10 because of Series 5, half of Series 6, and Series 10.
Yeah.
Like
Really
they
good.
are like when he's like at his best. He's tired. Like he wanted to leave with Matt Smith, but
Yeah.
the BBC wouldn't let him. It was the John Nathan Turner scenario.
I would say 7 as well. Good number.
Moffat era. What would you?
6.
6. It's understandable. It's not great.
Yeah, no. There's loads of moments, but not episodes.
No.
Whereas Russell T Davies, you still pick out every episode was.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
series
watchable.
one. Series 1 is perfect, but now's not the time. The time for a new era has begun, with Christopher Chibbers Chibnall, and the woman who fell to earth. We're an hour and 40 minutes in, so this episode's probably gonna be 2 hours. I don't mind because I've written
Neither
like
do
4
I.
pages of notes.
Oh no. Oh, boy, don't we
3
know.
and a half.
3.5 out of 10.
I didn't get to the third.
So basically,
Okay.
series 11 has started.
Mhm.
First episode was Sunday, which I liked it being on a Sunday.
It was nice.
It was
Yeah.
nice because
It's something to
Kinda
look
like the
forward
start of a
to.
week.
It's something
Yeah.
to look forward to.
yeah, because
Definitely.
people were normally out doing stuff in their lives on a Saturday. And,
this-
Sunday,
you
like,
don't really have anything to watch.
No.
watch
well, it's on right before Strictly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
And
about Shrew?
no, because the did you see the viewing figures?
Yeah, I know it's the best viewed
Over-
since
yeah.
2008.
Yeah, overnight 8.2
Mm.
and peaked at 8.56. I think that was for the last 15-20 minutes before Strictly.
Yeah.
So the woman who fell to earth, Jodie Whittaker, series 11, Chris Chibnall's era. What do we think? Just basic thoughts before we get into spoilers. Ruby, I know you have a lot to say.
I just didn't like it. I can't.
At all?
Get it. I just felt like I was watching an episode of The Chase, to be honest.
I wish I was watching an episode.
It probably would have been better, to be honest.
Bradley Walsh was great.
He was
One line, man.
okay.
One line. Yeah.
Bradley Walsh was playing himself.
You could have got.
Nah, you're all
someone worse,
running towards
But you
it.
could have got someone better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Overrated.
It's a bit of a weird one.
Overrated. Yeah.
Okay, so
Could we just get into
I
it?
didn't hate this episode. Yeah, we'll get
No,
okay.
no.
So spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, well, by the
Go watch
time
it now
by the
and
time-
then replay it.
by the time you're listening to this, episode 2's
yeah.
out. So
Exactly.
if you're really
Yeah, we'll
behind,
have to go on.
so if you're not watching it, you just don't like Doctor Who.
No. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, no, don't do
Subscribe. No, please, we don't.
that.
We need the numbers.
We need
Okay.
figures.
I will say before you go on your rant, Ruby, about all the stuff that you have, that I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It wasn't great.
Love hate
It
relationship.
wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
No.
It wasn't really. It wasn't even really bad. It was just sort
It's a
of.
flat 5.
It was a wet fart in a bin bag. Really, it was just sort of.
I don't think
it was
that's
ju-
particularly good.
It's just
really.
No, it was just pointless. It was just sort of like, oh, okay.
Mm.
Mm.
There was so many good moments. I mean, I have all these notes. So.
Oh my god.
Okay, go on. Who wants to start?
I don't know.
Ladies
Who wants
first.
to start?
Okay, me.
What do I
Good God,
mention?
you used to be a man.
So, I mean, some of it is good.
Okay, speak louder so we can hear. you.
Ladies first.
The cinematography is gorgeous.
Are you just going to steal my points and claim them as your own?
Yeah. Well, that's his.
Oh,
point.
okay.
It's okay.
It looks
It looks good.
in a. Should we break it down into sections?
Break it down.
Directing and the look looks great.
Amazing. I'm
It
pretty
looks
sure
great.
it's 4K.
I'm pretty sure it is. Like that
Oh,
first,
yeah.
that opening,
Okay.
and also the fact that they paid for the license to use YouTube. Otherwise, that would have just been back in the day. That would have just been a fake like video site that
That
was,
Yeah,
really
indeed.
good.
Yeah.
and it had it all. It had
It would be
everything.
It
knockoff
had, like-
tube.
Were they
Knockoff
real
tube.
videos? Do you know
What, hey?
on the
Google it.
No, not Hey, like the ones in the suggested.
Probably.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice attention. Realism. We have real people in Doctor Who again.
Yay!
That's cool.
Yay!
The cold open, like it looks like that scene on the hill. Like it looks great. The colours look amazing.
Yeah,
The scenes, the way
It's
it was
just a bit of
directed.
setting. The setting is not good. Like, why are they on some building site with machinery?
No, but then even
you
that
could have put it somewhere else.
you could have.
Fair
But
enough.
I think even with the weird settings, it still looked good.
Yeah,
But
but it didn't work
I was
well.
terrible. It looked terrible.
Jamie Charles did a great job
Uh-huh.
directing this
That
episode.
man, that
It
man
looks
needs
good.
a pay rise.
He's directing episode 4 as well, I think.
Say pay rise.
Okay, so companions.
Hmm?
You got
We got Ryan.
yeah.
We got
Sinclair.
Ryan Sinclair because we know that because they say his name every fucking 2 seconds. Ryan Sinclair. I like Ryan. He's probably.
What about Ryan Sinclair?
What about him?
I like him even more.
It's his alter ego.
Yeah. You got Ryan.
He's got a cousin called Sinclair Ryan.
Ryan.
Ryan Sinclair, Yasmin
Something.
Khan,
Khan. Genesis. Genghis Khan.
Dalek Khan.
You got Graham.
Got Graham.
No, imagine
Graham Bradley Walshman.
Grace.
Oh, Grace.
that.
Oh,
Oh, Grace.
Not
That was
TV
really
movie
sad.
Grace.
Oh, that would have been wicked if it was TV movie. Can you imagine if Paul McGann just rocks up in this, just like, my shoes, they fit perfectly. Grace, and obviously, yeah. Anyway, companions. Ryan, I liked. He was.
Yeah.
We spent the most time with him. I think we know him the most. He is our main companion, which is nice and refreshing because it's a man.
And young.
Exactly.
He's young.
Sorry.
Modern.
He's young, modern. It's real because of the YouTube. You learn a lot about
Not
him.
gimmick.
The way he sort of talks about the greatest woman he ever knew, and then that's revealed to be, because spoilers, his nan falls off a tower. It's his nan that he's talking about.
Not Logopolis.
No. Oh, this reminds me of Logopolis. Guy Lambert said that. That was jokes. On a Listen to Smash the Media podcast. That's great. Listen to us first.
If they actually get to the end.
I really sort of, there was points with Ryan where he's sort of all over the place. I will say that about him. He
Like
is
the Doctor.
sweet.
Yeah.
He is. You have a lot to say about her, don't you?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Didn't mean to anger her. Anger.
Don't anger it.
I think the dyspraxia thing's cool. It's nice how they don't sort of make a big deal out of it. It's just,
Yeah.
I pissed myself laughing when it's like, keep your eyes on Grandad, and it's just Bradley Walsh.
He's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. They can't see me.
I don't like how all the companions know each other.
No, I agree.
It's kind of like the connection is a bit like, oh.
Forced.
Yeah.
They're like
They're not
one
really
big.
gonna say
Especially
anything.
Yaz and Ryan and
They can't really
Graham.
Oh,
because-
I know you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we went to a primary.
Yeah.
What? I think it would have been better if they
It'd
didn't
be
know
more
each other.
interesting.
Well, yeah, because
And
the
then you'd have people of different like
different walks of life.
characteristics.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how I thought it was originally pitched when they.
Because
first
when you
sort of
see the
linked it.
companions, it's like all different names. You think, oh, how are these people going to meet? And it's like, oh,
How are they all
well,
connected?
Graham's Ryan's step granddad and Yaz and Ryan
Not
went to
to
school.
bring race into it, but how is Bradley Walsh really with them, that family?
Oh, well, is that what you thought originally?
No. What?
Well, because he's married to Grace.
Yeah.
But you fell in love with Grace because I like the fact that
Yeah,
Basically,
Grace was his
Graham had
cancer and Grace was the chemo nurse.
Yeah, and then they fell
That
in
wasn't
love.
that wasn't a
And
line
then
in the
3
last.
years later, they got married, and they
They
got
got
married,
married.
and 3 years later she died.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
should have been me.
Yeah, that's what he said. That was a great line.
Yaz didn't have a lot to do.
Nope.
Apart from teleport to different places wearing different clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
which was
that
weird.
is Really weird.
I think
That's gonna become.
I will. Yeah,
That's gonna become a thing.
I like them. We're going to learn more about. I sort of like how you've got character arcs ready. Like you know that
Yeah,
because Grace died, Ryan and Graham are going to become close.
obviously.
Like even if it's only gets to the end of the 10, like
They
maybe
call
the end of the
each other
series.
Granddad.
Yeah, like
that's what I think.
yeah, you know, like the
big
end of the
things
series is going to be like Graham in danger and Ryan's going to be like Granddad, and then Graham. Then we're all going to cry.
Yeah, that would be the tearjerker.
And then
yeah.
Yaz is the one that falls off him.
Yeah, and Yaz is like, "What about me?"
We'll all be
You
able
kn-
to
and you
have
get-
a fried egg sandwich.
Yeah, big fried egg sandwich, and you would.
And I thought she was gonna mention like fish fingers and custard.
They can't do that
nice.
twice.
That's what I was gonna like
They
The
can't.
delicious
Yeah, she mentions
Oh.
egg, and then she'd say, "What? Had there any fish or something?" I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yeah.
where's the custard?" Or,
Where's
"That would be nice."
custard?
It would have been
Nice.
like better to do that.
Mm.
I'm not.
Or at least
frying
eat them
sandwich.
again, spit them out, and be like, "Ugh, I don't
I
like."
don't like that anymore.
You sort of acknowledge
Yeah, like
that
when
she's
you
a
get the
different
apple
person.
Like when
Yeah,
Matt Smith
the-
eats the apple. Well,
yeah.
apples are rubbish. I hate apples. You
Yeah.
said you like them. No, yogurt's my favourite. Give me yogurt. That scene. You can't help but compare this to the 11th Hour because that's another start of an era. And it's like, oh, the first episode's never really the best. It's almost like to tease you. But it's meant
What's
to
to
give you an
come.
idea of what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it can only get better. But the 11th Hour was so good. And Rose
In every
was
sense of
so good.
Mhm.
And this was...
So
Oh,
meh.
so
Meh.
frustrating. It's so frustrating.
Mm.
Like, she lost her Sonic.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
Bill
empty
knew her.
pockets. Empty pockets. I was a white-haired Scotsman.
Yeah, for half an hour
It
ago, I was
would've,
over it.
I was a right-head. My hair was all on the right side of my head. Yeah, did we finish talking about Ryan?
Sonic Swiss Army.
Sonic Swiss Army Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheffield Steel. Fuck
Oh,
off.
Yeah, that's...
They're making too much about Sheffield.
Mhm.
It's like, I get you want to take it away from London, which is great.
But
You don't have to keep banging on about Sheffield.
Next season it'll be like Kent or something.
Made with Kent brass or something. Made with Wiltshire bronze. Oh man.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every season's going to be a different town.
every season's a different county.
Yeah, exactly. Then Hertfordshire.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
close up, like the Sonic is great.
Look at that
Oh,
blade.
I like, yeah, you can see the character arcs, like, trying not waffle on because this is already like 4 days long, but Yaz isn't happy with her job.
Nope.
And you get that she's gonna, that sense of adventure is gonna,
You've got to quit.
that's gonna do well for her travelling with the Doctor.
Mhm.
Grace was, I liked her, like, I liked her more the second time I watched it. The first time I was just quite sort of like,
I haven't watched it twice. No.
I was like,
Maybe
she's
it's like hour and a half
she's a bit. Everyone now it's like 4.5 hours ago. I was like, she's a bit too full on. You know, when she's sort of like getting overexcited, which is like, it's great and it's
yeah, but
nice
you
that.
understand why, because then they kill her off later, so it's like you get to meet her, you get to see her, and then it's like, oh, she's
And then
gone.
like you understand why Graham would go with her
Yeah.
because it's what Grace would have done.
Yeah.
I get that. I can
I do get
appreciate it, but it's like,
It's called good character writing, but at the same
Yeah.
time.
yeah, we have, well, because we haven't had characters in years, so
Yeah.
I don't remember what Clara hybrid. It's nice that the Doctor isn't seen until you've built up.
The companion.
Yeah, you've built
kind
other
of,
companions
the
that
situation,
have characterised.
The scenario. Kind
It's
of.
the scene.
Until
the same scene.
until the scene times change like 4 billion%. Because like suddenly it's dark because it takes Yaz ages to get to the forest, but then Graham and Grace are still on the train, not that far away.
Yeah. Oh, they don't ask.
They've
I
been on
can't.
a
I'm
train,
trying to
like-
remember it.
It is a great entrance
Mm.
for Jodie
And then she
Taika
falls through
Waititi.
the-
She just falls through the train, and they just everyone was like, "How's she going to survive?" Because surely that will kill her. But then
Yeah.
Jim was just like,
She's not.
"Yeah, fall through the train."
Doesn't have a Sonic, but still.
But then
Tom
I-
Baker died, but then she.
Tom Baker died in the golf. Yeah, but then the
Like,
thing
that's
is,
biggie.
the thing that I will say is she's still in the first 15 hours of her regeneration cycle, which David Tennant,
Yeah, but
which
when was that an immunity? What bullshit is that? I
because
you're
because the cells are still healing and still regenerating, which
That's why
Tennant,
she had
which-
that sleep on the sofa.
yeah, which Tennant had,
And she was,
which is
like,
why he could
glowing.
regrow another hand, which
But what
Tom
episode
Baker-
was it?
Saved him.
But Max got shot, and that's when they said, oh, if you kill during mid regeneration, you're fucked.
no, if they kill you during regeneration, no, Tennant goes, yeah,
Like,
they
but
kill
with
you
the
during
Master-
regeneration, they're dead. But they don't. But there's ways to do it. But like if you get hurt in a way that's healable, like your regeneration
What, for
energy will
falling
just.
from 100,000 feet in the sky is healable?
Yeah, but it's not like she fell and fucking snapped her neck. She just fell. Her fall was
Her back
broken
was
by a
broken.
train. Yeah, but she's made of stronger stuff. She's an alien.
Oh, yeah, we don't know
Look,
about.
she
clearly.
used to be a man and now she's a woman. I don't think that's the main
So
thing.
basically, women are invincible.
Women are the strong
but
beings
they're
of the earth.
Yeah, that's the message that Chibnall's trying to send.
Good on him, feminism forever.
2018.
Yeah, because I like how everyone's sort of like, oh my god, how's she going to survive? Because obviously she'll just die. Like maybe she'll land in something like the sea, or
Yeah.
like she'll, I don't know. And she just falls through the train, just gets up, and it's just like that beat of wow, 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 and then just gets on with it. What did you think of no title sequence?
Odd.
just
I was
couldn't.
sort
I
of
was
waiting for it. I was-
yeah.
Yep, waiting for it. Yep.
I was like, is it coming? When that started, I thought they were going to go into it, and then
I
they
thought
were
she was
gonna
gonna.
get back to
I
it.
thought she was gonna stand up,
And then it
say
was gonna, like,
something,
go,
and then do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no.
exactly. Do it.
the show, the music feels different because.
I think they're
They're
trying to
too
make
safe.
No, I like it's not too. Like Murray Gold, they just sort of made him play the same 4 songs on shuffle. Like
Yeah,
this
it's-
feels new,
But
No.
I think they're trying to make it too different.
but then you have to.
They're trying to make it like away from.
The
Everything
samey.
else.
It's in the middle. It's different enough.
Well, not,
it's
it's
very
not
the
different
same.
enough, but it's sort of samey. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I didn't like because I was expecting.
No, I liked
like,
it. I like the feel of the new music.
I don't
thing,
want.
like
I
the
don't
mu-
want. I don't want
want a title
80. I don't want
sequence.
Peter
We'll get
Davis
there
and
next week.
80s different.
I like the music. When she's making, as much as I hate her making the Sonic because it's just cheesy.
It is stupid.
When she
When
like
she's like,
goes,
oh.
Just
Spins.
ding,
When
yeah.
the music in that's new, it all feels new and different and vibrant, and it feels like a world. Whereas with Moffat, you never got that because no one ever felt real. It was just people saying that they were a character, and it was just the I'm the Doctor theme, even with Capaldi.
Yeah, every scene was.
Dun dun dun. And it's like, oh, we know that Matt Smith's going to do something because they I feel like though the only Moffat said it in his interview series on the fan show. I think that, like the only way to hide change is to change everything. Like, if you change one thing,
Yeah.
then it's noticeable. But if you
Yes.
change everything, then it just feels like a completely new show.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what
Which
they're
I-
trying to sell it at.
yeah.
It's this new show for
It
new
is.
viewers.
It is made as a perfect jumping on point.
So they
and it
changed
is.
the theme.
It is. It is a good jumping on point and is made more of a general audience in mind.
Mm-hmm.
But
us-
it's just
us
so
die-hard-
it's
For us
so
die-hard
slow.
Whovians, it's not our imagination.
Yeah, but you're going to get more references as the series. That happens every era.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, we're going to have to.
Otherwise, they'll be cancelled. It'll be
Mm.
Sylvester McCoy all
I-
over again.
I just think the episode was too long.
It was way
Tiny
too
bit.
long.
25.
I
30
reckon
minutes I was
if
lost.
they're all going to be 50 minutes,
If you want
then
to
we'll
make
just
an
make it.
impression on it, then like people. All
You'd make it a short snap.
Yeah.
Like, you cut out like 20 minutes of that episode, and you've got a
Mhm.
stronger episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Make
know.
the
I know.
intro shorter.
I know. We all moan that Moffat episodes
You'd be able to follow it.
weren't long enough because the story was never resolved.
Yeah.
But this just takes so long.
Oh no.
It's an hour and 5 minutes, and about 50 minutes of it are great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at a push because some of it is just like all they introduce, like Broadchurch, introduce this, like Raoul, not from Bake Off, the guy who steals the pod. That was why
No, just
I can't.
You just can't.
I don't have any.
George.exe stopped working.
Go on. What are your thoughts?
I don't think I have time.
You do.
But like,
There's plenty of
I
time.
don't know. I just don't like it. You like it, which
I've-
I can see why you like it. I get it, but I just can't. I don't want it to happen.
Guys, it's obvious we let down. It could have been more. Should have been more.
Yeah.
It feels
Average.
underwhelming.
I expected too much.
It's
Uh-huh.
after, especially after marketing, you expected greatness.
A masterpiece, yeah. No pun there, but masterpiece.
Yeah.
And we got nothing. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Jodie.
disappointment.
Jodie, you were great, but everything else
She was a
about it wasn't.
disappointment.
I think she was. There's points in it when it's like, okay, that's the Doctor.
But that's
And then there's
essentially
points in it when she's sort of like, when she looks up and goes, my TARDIS.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this, you're gonna have to put down to the
My turn.
oh, I've lost my TARDIS.
Oh no, where is it then?
A lot of the points you're gonna put to this is gonna be like the excuse is gonna be it's a post regeneration. She hasn't healed properly until the end, like with
That's
everyone,
exactly what I was
so
gonna
she
say.
doesn't
Yeah,
know
don't
who she is.
Yeah,
and she will only
Here's
build
the-
on that as she
Look,
gets.
Yeah.
My script, not yours.
Sorry, and we know that obviously only with time that's going to get better, and she's going to be more of her own Doctor.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to almost give this episode a pass.
See, the thing is, when she's on the sofa, I thought she was going to regenerate, and I thought we were all being fooled by.
Well, is that what you're hoping for?
That was my hope. And then
It's like, oh, it's
nothing.
just Matt Smith wakes up. It's all a dream.
I wish-
No, these last 5 years have been really hazy.
No curator Tom.
Or just Tom Baker, just
Yeah.
like 8-year-old Tom Baker just gets up and goes, oh well, this is better.
No, then
Oh shit, I've pissed
Bradley
myself.
Walsh will just look at him and be like, huh?
Bradley Walsh is so good.
Huh?
he doesn't fit in it. It just doesn't seem right.
Bradley
to be
Walsh just seems
honest.
like Bradley Walsh.
Yeah.
We've said that.
Mm-hmm.
It
But-
just
Playing
seems-
himself.
He has a
Yeah.
great moment at the end with the speech at Grace's funeral.
Yeah, that is
That's
really
nice.
Good, like,
There are moments,
touch.
it's like the Doctor moments, the
Were
speech about like her talk about regeneration. That's great. The bit that follows it No. When she's like, you know, you feel like you're dying and then you're born again, every cell just explodes. Like, that's great.
Yeah, descriptive, imaginative.
And then when she's
Yeah.
like, there's echoes of who I was. And the sort of pull towards who I, like, we don't know. No. Stop talking.
You're
Stop
doing the Matt Smith. That's Matt Smith line.
Mm.
I think it was Patchy from Chibnall. Like, there's lines. Where's my thing about lines?
Lines.
Line.
There's a lot of empty.
Line
bits,
cordial.
like-
Yeah, there is a lot of plot holes. Yeah, some of the dialogue, yeah. When Tim Shaw gets hacked from the pod, you're like, where's my sister? And then he just goes, ask me again. And then he says it again, and he just goes, you'll never see her, and he just kills him. And
Mhm.
when
His face.
the doctor's reformatted Ryan's phone,
Mhm.
and they're like, it's
I
like,
think
what's
she
she doing? And
hit
Ryan
the
just goes,
bomb.
I think she's using that to track where the bombs came from on our necks. Okay.
And then suddenly the bombs are gone and it's like, oh, actually, I've put them in you now and you're going to die. Ha ha ha.
Or when they're in that warehouse and Ryan just goes, we found some stuff. Did you make that? Like, about the sonic screwdriver. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, it's nowhere near, like, Cyberwoman level of crap.
I don't know whether to watch
Yeah,
it again now.
Oh, I will. I'll probably watch it one more time.
What?
Like, Cyberwoman, where it's like, I'd woke up and the dog was pissing on our tent. Like, it's not as bad as that. It's not as bad as Yanto sneaking a cyber conversion unit into the hub with no one noticing for 21 months. But I feel like he wanted to do so much, and it's like,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
just a focused story. Like, if it's simple and focused and does it all well, you can't complain. You can say, oh, it's a bit simple, but it's like, at least...
Maybe cut Bradley Walsh out, make it more
Yeah.
about the Doctor, then it could have been better.
No, I think the setting up of
You
the
just see
companions
that
was good. It just went
one.
on a bit too long. There was a bit too much build-up and not enough payoff.
Mm-hmm.
The villain was a bit... The villain was...
Villain was interesting until
discount
Jodie,
predator.
until Jodie took the piss out of the name.
No, I like that, man.
I lost it.
I love that.
No, I was like, no, you've
Tim-
ruined it now.
Tim Shaw of the Stenza.
Shinja?
Tim Shaw?
Yeah.
Tim Shaw. And then she just says it for the... And he's credited as Tim Shaw in the
Is
credits.
it?
He's
Is
credited as
it?
Tim Shaw.
Tim Shaw. The villain of the episode, Tim Shaw.
Yeah, Carl, though, was a great character. Carl of the...
Carl.
Carl. Nice
Carl.
one-off character for, the first time in a while.
Carl. Who was he?
You know the guy... He was the other one on the train.
No, he's
The
like the
other
target,
one.
like the main target.
Yeah, he was the one that was the
Oh,
top.
of course, yeah, the one that was really with the like the one who was innocent, seemed to be innocent, but then he was sort of with the villain.
No, he wasn't with the villain. He was
He
implanted
he
and
got
didn't
all
know
up
it.
again.
Yeah, because he was the target that he had to kill as part of the...
Yeah.
Ritual. But that doesn't mean he's with the villain. What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry,
trying
but
to
he
kill-
got brought up again. Oh,
Oh
no.
man, I love Carl. Like when
Carl.
when it's like, I am special. Someone wants me, and the face he makes when he just has a sip of tea when he's like, it's like ah. Or when he's on the crane with Jodie and Tim Shaw, and he takes off his helmet and he goes, he's got a face full of teeth.
Yeah.
That's wicked. And when he kicks him off, he goes, I am important.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that now.
I'm with you. We don't have aliens in Sheffield. Yeah, don't get aliens in Sheffield. Oh
Fucking
man,
Sheffield.
Yeah, no.
The
they
r-
did not bring up-
the crane thing where it's like, okay, and then he jumps and suddenly
The
Tim
big
Shaw's
man.
grabbed him,
Mm-hmm.
even though he's at the other end of the crane. Then it takes Jodie ages to. I like the thing of these legs definitely used to be longer. It's like, yeah, because you were like 6 foot something, like
yeah.
an hour and a half ago. I don't know.
Half an hour ago.
I like the-
Scotsman.
And then Ryan
Oh, yeah,
and
I like-
Yaz are like, oh my god. And then just,
Ryan and
like,
Yaz watching a YouTube video learning how to finger crane. The guy that gets killed off, the granddad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people haven't got killed off in Doctor Who in so long.
No.
I've forgotten how good that is.
It's a shock. It
'Cause
was a shock.
Because
yeah.
it gives it stakes, because no one's died in Doctor Who for so long.
No.
Because they'll either come back, like fucking Clara.
Well, Grace is dead for good.
Oh yeah, Grace is dead, main character death, and like background
Explains why
characters.
she's not with her.
Like Kebab Man, I hated Kebab Man.
Uh-huh.
Just eat my salad, Halloween. Because he's just a man pretending to be drunk, just throwing
And-
salad.
The other guy that was looking for his sister.
Oh, Roll.
Mm.
Yeah, he's dead. There was quite a few deaths. Oh, I don't know what's happened to my voice. It's quite a few deaths.
Mm.
It's probably more deaths than we had in the whole Capaldi era.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The granddad is like, oh, I'm a very lucky granddad. You think, oh, he's dead.
At that moment,
But in
he
the
knew he fucked
in
up.
in the Moffat thing, he would have been saved last minute. Like
Oh,
the,
of course.
the enemy
yeah.
would have
Actually, joke's on you, I'm back.
yeah, the enemy would have slowly put his hand towards him, and then the Doctor would like kick down the door and gone, "Oi!"
Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun.
when she chases him down that street, like a straight narrow road,
Oh,
and loses him in the fog. Oi!
Wait there.
Wait
Like he's gonna
there.
wait. Like he's gonna wait.
Just
Nice.
jump on over. There's like some of her dialogue is just like, no, that's not the
And then
Doctor.
Graham's like, oh, you're gonna run away from me. Okay, we're gonna
You
run now.
get the feel that this was maybe the first episode he wrote, and the first episode she like. I think this is the first episode that they filmed in the block.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell they're not sort of like in sync with each
they're
other yet.
not
He
there.
doesn't know how to write her properly yet,
Mm-hmm.
and she
They
doesn't
fit
know
into
How to
how
act the
she's
character.
doing it.
That would
I
make
feel like it's
sense.
only going to get better. Like
That-
by the thing on the crane, she's like, yes, okay.
That sums up why we feel mixed about the episode. Then it's because, like you say, if that theory is right, it's the first one they did, first one they shot.
It's definitely
Everyone don't
the
know
first
what
one
they're
they
doing.
shot.
Everyone don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I wouldn't say she doesn't know, like she didn't really know how she was playing it, but then
everyone did.
Chibnall it definitely doesn't sort of know what Doctor he's writing
Yeah,
for.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
I'm sorry if I don't get my words out. George.
Right, sorry.
You have to correct me every time.
And the manager. What is it? But yeah, that's why I really think that it will improve.
Of course. Episode 1 of 10. I mean, we're already giving like a 40-minute run about how much
Rant.
we don't like it, but we do.
Yeah.
We don't like it, but we will keep watching just for the sake of
Yeah.
watching.
Shit, no, right down.
She has some potential.
Yeah, there was a lot of plot holes in that. There is potential for it. I think that you, especially stop punching stuff. It's not that bad, man. I feel like with shorter episodes, like when it gets to 50 minutes and that, I think you'll get by episode maybe 2 or 3. Like she'll be settled. No, not 2 or 3. Like 3 or 4. She'll be settled in. Like you'll get the show and you'll be
You'll
like,
get the
okay,
show.
this is it.
They
This
should
is.
have definitely made it all short and made it more understandable.
Mm.
Like, they should
There was a
have
lot of-
split it off at like just about the end and then
How
put
long
that
was-
into the
How
Second episode.
how long was Deep Breath?
Probably longer. I think Deep Breath was about 70.
Hour and 20, wasn't it? Hour and 20
Was it an
minutes.
hour and 20? I think it was an hour. I thought it was 70
Except
minutes.
that kind of flew by.
That
'Cause
flew.
was more
That
interesting.
flew
It
by.
had puncture.
But then there's also not a lot happens in that episode
No,
either.
exactly.
Because
It's just
Capaldi's
the
just like,
beginning.
come on, Clara. We've talked about that already this episode.
Yeah.
No, but speaking of I like the yellow regeneration energy going out of Jodie. That reminded me very much of Christmas
Yeah.
Invasion. Just
Yeah.
What? And then like
Oh,
Ramsey's
yeah.
like, what's up?
People that don't like the regeneration being one thing, it's like, but then for fans and young people, you get that, oh, this is the same show because this same thing happens. It's a subtle way of saying it's the same thing because they all regenerate the same way.
yeah,
Plus, it just looks nicer when it's all the same.
he does.
Oh, man. The point where she says she's the Doctor, like, yeah, it's believable.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're the Doctor, really.
When she's like, I'm the Doctor.
She forgot her name. She was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm something on the tip of my tongue."
And
Oh,
then
when she's
Yaz
like,
was
oh,
like,
oh,
Yaz was
yeah.
like, what's your name? What's your name? This is
How did Yaz and
potentially-
Ryan get on the train?
Yeah, the doors were locked.
Graham, door's locked. Can't get out.
And then they were like,
Just
oh,
get
we
in.
got through the passenger side, but the
The passenger side was locked, wasn't it?
Mm.
Like the slidey door was locked.
yeah, but they
Oh,
knocked on the
no.
window. But I swear that side was the
Look,
side that Jodie was standing
guys,
on.
I'll rewatch it. Viewers, if you're listening, I'll rewatch it and I'll have I'll answer it.
Or when like
Okay.
the crane thing, like when she's miming to and shouting at Cole, like up and over, like he can't see her from there.
yeah. Yeah, questionable moments.
Mm.
Like,
And then she says that wrong way, and they're like, wrong way.
Hopefully, Chibnall's getting all of this stuff out first, and then we've got like just 9 perfect episodes.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
He's just trying to get the worst. Well, not the worst. But
I don't really like how she moans at Carl when Carl kicks the thing off, and like because that's almost like him taking his tapes to heart and then saying, you know what, I am important, and then does something as opposed to running away like he does at the beginning with the train, like I don't want to be involved. And she's like, you had no right to do that. I think just leave him, man. Just like
should have pushed her.
he teleported. He did. She didn't die. He didn't die. He just teleported away, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's issues about his dad, like you get,
Daddy.
and his mum. Okay, I don't like how this sort of isn't established at the beginning.
Nope.
It's
Yeah,
just
'cause it's all
because at the end,
spilled later,
at the end, he
isn't
just
it?
goes first my mum 6 years ago, and now my nan.
But he doesn't mention.
It's like whoa. No, he mentions his dad at the funeral. It's like, what time did you say did your dad say he'd get here?
he
it's like-
doesn't come.
Yeah, he doesn't come. So that's you're setting up issues, but it's almost
Mhm.
like take a bit,
Too
of,
soon,
maybe take a
isn't
bit of time
I think.
in episode 2 to do that. Maybe like he talks
Yeah,
about
yeah.
his dad to Graham or
Jodie,
something.
yeah,
or on YouTube,
Jodie asked
like
him.
another video.
Yeah, like maybe you see
Maybe
like
that's how each episode begins.
That,
with a YouTube
yeah.
video.
So like each episode is like.
maybe
oh,
we're in episode 3.
I
We're in the suggested video.
Oh, that would be so cool. Be like, it's me. Just circle it. Claim to fame. I
think that's how it should start. I like the like
please.
seeing it at the beginning and then going back to like actually what happened.
Yeah, like future.
Yeah, after knowing it.
Expanding on the YouTube video, it's like that.
No, I hope that actually does happen.
Yeah.
In each episode, even if it's a 2-part cliffhanger, it'd be a case.
Imagine if like it just started with the playing next autoplay, and then it just played the next Ryan YouTube video.
Oh no.
Well, I like how she talks about her family. It's very Troughton-esque of how when he's like, oh, that's the thing. I do when I want to. I close my eyes and they're back in front of my eyes. That was nice. That was very nice. Graham's speech at the funeral, lovely. How he thinks he didn't deserve to be there.
Heartfelt.
It's touching. Hopefully we learn more about
Yeah.
him and Grace through
Yes.
either him and Ryan's interaction in future or the
flashbacks.
Doctor. Or flashbacks.
I think
Or the Doctor goes in the past in one of the episodes and they do shit. I don't know.
What, like Father's Day style? As long as they don't do that again,
like
him trying to save her.
Oh yeah, no.
He'll want to see her again.
Or Chibnall will fuck it and do Clara again. It'll just be, they'll bring her back.
Oh my
It
God,
won't happen. It won't happen.
Oh my god, if Clara comes back, I'm done.
Oh no, I'm just saying if Grace comes back and becomes the next Clara. That's what I'm saying. If they undo her death that way, and
I thought you meant like Clara just turns up. Then I'd smash my TV.
Fuck Coleman, fuck that bitch.
She's good in The Cry.
Not seen it yet.
That's really good.
Sorry, Coleman.
Clara's a horrible character. Jenna Coleman's not a horrible person.
No, I'm saying it's going to be like a Clara. It's going to be, the death didn't happen. She's going to have her own TARDIS and she's going to...
But Connor, it's been a long time since I bought women's clothes.
Yeah, that.
But you've never bought women's clothes.
You talk about me or the Doctor?
Well,
Because yes, I have. No,
No, but the Doctor, obviously, like, what was that supposed to mean?
Did he used to be a woman? No, I hope they don't retroactively. I'm
Yeah.
fine with him being her being a woman now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him to retroactively like, I used to be a woman before I was an
born-
old sexist William Hartnell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or it's going to come back like a middle Doctor you don't see and you like regenerate for like a slight.
Please don't Moffat another Doctor into this.
This probably will happen.
I don't want that.
Or it'll be the other.
Another one. Oh, it's me
Yeah.
again. Yes. The only thing I'm going to say is, yes, this is to get this has got the ratings up because it's the first female Doctor.
It's
For this,
a success.
it's.
Kind
I think it will be.
It's on its way to its success.
Yeah.
But what I think is that for this to not be a gimmick,
Can we not die?
You come out from the bed.
this is
No.
Matt. It's Matt. For this to not be a gimmick,
Is he not coming in there?
no, stop. For this to not be a gimmick, then you need a couple of Doctors that are women now. I
Yeah.
think. Because if they
You can't
just
go from
if they just
one
went,
and then-
oh,
no, indeed.
we did our
just did it
our
for
Tolkien woman Doctor. Let's go back to a man. You're good for another 55 years until we get
I
another
mean,
one.
the thing is, let's do it to like please everyone to be like, oh, we're not sexist.
Yeah,
Sorry for that.
that's right.
But like everyone I've spoken to is like, well, it's a man. Like that's why they created the character, and that's why he exists, not she.
It.
It.
Yeah.
It.
It is an end. Like, I can believe like the Master was definitely a test run for, you know.
Yeah.
See if it was going to work. Yeah.
They done it with
And
the,
it didn't really because she wasn't the same character. It was a good performance from Michelle Gomez, but it wasn't.
but the fact that
Unless
they
Big
like did it
Finish.
for both. is like-
Unless Big Finish redeems her, because I don't
I
think
think
she's getting her own series.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
Yeah, she's getting her own stuff.
And she's in the river thing when all the other Masters like Jeffrey Beavers
That-
and Eric Roberts come back.
I want to see. I want
Oh.
to get the for him. I want to get it for him. See how he does.
I always dress for the occasion. Oh, Bruce, the Asian child. You may call me Master. Yeah, I think the next couple have to be a woman. I think if you do 3 Doctors, maybe as a woman, because then by the time you eventually get back to the Doctor being a man, he's seen the world through not just a
Both
woman's eyes,
perspectives.
not just a woman's eyes, but 3 very different female versions of himself, and can learn a lot. It sounds very like cheesy, but about himself, and is in a.
Who would be a great
And you'll
female
be a
Doctor
human.
for next time? I know that's
Oh God!
looking like
Oh jeez.
so far
That's
in the
Next
future.
episode. That's the next 100 episodes of the podcast.
If we're still alive, I still maintain that Olivia Colman would be a good one.
Olivia Colman. Oh, I
Yeah.
can't even think
Plus,
of
you
her
want to be, you don't want just
You
young
want
women Doctors. You want
variety.
Emma Thompson still would have been a great Doctor.
name. Yeah.
even if it's just for one series, just so how eccentric and bombastic and like 90s would she have been? Olivia Colman would be great, and
Yeah.
plus you've got the relationship with Chibbers.
I don't know.
It's hard to think. We'll have to do a proper video on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ending, the cliffhanger. I like how it's very 60s.
Because I just thought they were going to get the TARDIS. I just thought, nope, they've
Yeah,
chosen
when
to
she
get
was
the
like, "Oh,
TARDIS.
I was thinking about the TARDIS. I thought it was going to show up, and then it was like it would like you wouldn't see it, but like you'd see him like
the
walk
light.
into it,
The light.
or like you'd see the TARDIS and see her see it, and it would end. But it's like the 60s. We got cliffhangers that lead into the next episode.
And then they were
No.
going to help her find it.
How are they going to get out of space though and onto that planet?
No clue.
Uh,
We'll see
There's
on
a button on
Sunday.
the sonic screwdriver. It did give them helmets.
You mean the Swiss Army Sonic?
The Swiss knife.
We've added
Sonic
Sheffield
knife.
steel.
The sonic knife.
I like how we've not got the TARDIS, but we're still travelling. That's a cool concept. Of
indeed.
you still travel it's like a scavenger hunt for the TARDIS.
It's not it's not a redecoration of
I would
Pertwee, but it's
I would almost love it if this was the series arc and like episode 12, like
Define
she
the
found
TARDIS.
it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, she tries to get rid of it. Like
Yeah.
a kind of like a space hitchhiker.
Yeah, like
Like a key to
Like
time.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I know. Hitchhiker's Guide to the TARDIS.
Journey to the centre.
What
of
did
no.
you think of
Not
the
that again.
theme tune, ending theme?
No, not good.
60s,
The
very
same.
60s.
It's the same.
It's sampled
Same
from
thing.
63.
The intro, the beginning of the intro better be different.
Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, it
'Cause I
sounded
wanted
different.
it
Them
to be
beats when she
different.
fell through the thing, it was like wow.
It felt
wow, wow.
That's when I
digital.
thought it was going to be. Like, they should have just put it there.
It felt digital, which I like,
Yeah.
computery, but
But
that's just because it's modern.
and yeah.
I'll say if it was a dubstep theme, just to be
Wow,
ridiculous.
wow, wow, wow.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, just
It was
to
very
really
si-
be different.
It was very 60s, the whole when it was
very
like
much the same.
woo, and it was whining, it was like woo, and the graphics were so Pertwee-esque.
No, Colin, 80s, like it was purple, wasn't it? It was, or even McCoy.
Yeah, but it was McCoy / Pertwee in the way that it just shapes and it was flowing and it was like,
yeah.
I hated the coming soon of these are the actors.
this-
only
Faces,
Yeah.
faces.
it went for so long.
I know. It went for like 3 minutes. I counted. I went on my phone. It was like, right.
That's too long.
It was just.
It sounded like the theme tune was looping. It was like, keep going.
But now they put, like, it at the end. Do you think they'll actually put it at the beginning at any
But-
point? Or
but
will they keep
the-
it at the end just to make it original?
No, I'd like.
Going-
You've got to because they're gonna have to do the thing of like, this is our version of the theme. This is our only chance to do it.
I was going to say, going back to the faces, I didn't know none of them. I didn't know none of them.
I knew.
It weren't a success. I didn't know them.
Trish from Broadchurch, Sean Dooley, someone else. There was a few in there that I knew, and I was looking for. Oh, Lee Mack. Yes.
Oh, Lee Mack.
Yes.
All right. Sorry. Shout out to Lee Mack.
Shout out to Lee Mac.
I'm happy if they do.
Definitely not
I'm happy
listening.
if they do. You know, cliffhanger leading into that's great because,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then credits, and then like they did with having the TV trailer for the next episode. Like I'm happy with that because then you can see something for next week if you want,
Yeah.
but you don't have to. And it's almost like
I didn't.
Yes.
So,
yes.
You didn't miss much.
no.
It was just. I assume this is your first alien planet. It's like, but how did they get from? Because they go to it.
there. Yeah. No, it's a gravity beam.
Only
They get pulled
power
down.
They get hit by a spaceship and land on the planet. Oh no! The TARDIS bumps them down.
Yeah.
I want it to be a while before we see the TARDIS though,
No, I
just
agree.
just for the suspense, and then just
But I
go.
wouldn't
Oh, is
be-
that it?
But I wouldn't be surprised if the TARDIS does turn up and they find it, and then they properly go travelling.
Or like they go to.
Oh yeah,
like,
because we know that.
they go to like fight someone, then they have the TARDIS. It's like, oh. You want
Yeah,
this?
almost like Capaldi was in
Yeah.
Series 4 when he just steals it. It's like I sold it, didn't I? And then he's just got it in his house. Like if they do that, it's like oh, that's my TARDIS. The tone was it was dark. It felt quite almost Torchwoody, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
It felt like sort of like gritty. It was gritty, but it was real, and then it had the real people.
Uh-huh.
You see what Chibnall's going for.
Yes.
I can't wait specifically for new writers that we've never had on the show before. They're going to be.
I can, but...
Can't wait to see what they've got for us. Yes, I know.
Mm.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
Where
If you're
we
still
going,
listening, it's probably episode 3 by now of
Thank
Series
you.
11.
Thank you.
For letting.
Shout out to you viewers.
Hello, Mum.
Yeah, hi Mom. You're still here probably.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
talked
you
we
missed
talked about all the
Mum by
like
now.
I've got loads of crap on here.
Let's say, is that everything?
The pacing.
Let's hope
Yeah, we talked
so.
about pacing the
Actually,
curve.
we're only there.
No.
We've only
I'm
done one.
joking.
We've only done one line.
Finger in nose was funny.
Yeah, it was. That was a funny moment when she's like, "Oh no, seconds. That's good."
2 minutes 19 seconds. Actually, scrap the 2 minutes. Can
Yeah.
someone catch me? She's gone.
Yeah, interested to see where it goes with the new writers. I do hope the TARDIS isn't found for a while. It's a different tone to what we were marketed. I think we were marketed like
Which
big
does-
family, colourful show, and we're not getting that.
And different people, like different backgrounds, like Ruby was saying.
Yeah, then yeah. I mean,
3 different people, but no, they had to be related. That's the only bit I felt annoyed with the companions.
oh yeah, that's the only bit that mainly annoyed me. The only thing, the rest that I was annoyed about was just the episode not feeling evenly paced or making
No.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely
good.
not needed to know each other.
Yeah.
It just made it more interesting.
The thing is, 3 years from now, we'll probably look at it and be like, it wasn't that bad. Some
Yeah.
bits don't make sense. We'll be like,
I think
"Yeah,
I
it's
think
alright."
this is going to be one that, when you see it in perspective of the whole series,
It'll
Yeah.
improve
yeah,
slightly.
because you'll know what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked it better the second time I watched it. Because first time I was watching it, I was like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was just trying to turn myself
in
off.
the moment, yeah. You were too.
I was able to just switch myself off and enjoy it the second time.
Right. See, I need to do that then before Sunday.
Oh yeah, before 2 days from now. So
Tonight.
yes, right now when you're listening to this, we're in your houses. Episode 2, Ghost Monument, Sunday. Sean Dooley's in it.
What is it called?
Ghost Monument.
Ghost Monument.
And in the good thing about the trailers, no monsters in them, and they're not actually giving away any of the plot. So we still don't know anything about the.
Interesting.
It's nice to not know that John
nice.
Sim's coming back. And this is when.
It's nice to not have everything spoiled.
Yeah. Oh, I've missed it.
It's good. It makes a change.
Should we wrap this up and
Yeah.
say?
2 hours, 2
um,
minutes.
Cheerio.
No, I was going to say.
Alonzi.
Alonzi.
Geronimo.
Oh, what's her catchphrase going to be?
Geronimo.
Oh, Sheffield Steel.
Geronimo, pop down
s-
for a
um,
fried egg sandwich.
Fried eggs. Oh, do you want a fried egg there, Dolph?
And then next season will be, do you want bacon with it?
And then be
And
like,
then
would
it
you like
turns to
fries with
sausage
that?
and egg McMuffin.
I work in McDonald's now, I do. When she says fam, that's quite funny. Gang, troops,
Fam.
fam?
Yeah,
I'm distracting
fam.
I'm distracting myself. Like bits like that are so subtle. It's like, yes, that's the Doctor, not when it's like, how are you with machinery and heights? It's like, you don't have to overact, Jodie, just be natural, please.
And
What would you rate The Woman Who Fell to Earth out of 10?
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say 1. 13. Topical. Connor, what are you saying, bruv?
A 5 fan. A 5 fan.
5. I would say 7. It's not great.
I need to watch it again. That's the thing. I need to go back to it.
It's not great. It's not bad.
It's different.
It's different, and I think we'll get used to it by
Yeah, no, that's what
Next
I'm
couple of
rating
episodes,
it
yeah.
Hopefully
high.
next week.
I'm rating it higher and then
what as in
See
expecting
where
how
I
it
feel.
as in expecting how it
Yeah.
goes on. So then, if episode 2 is rubbish, you're going to be like, yeah, no,
Or
it's free.
Yeah, all we know is that we're getting no returning monsters. It's all going to be new stuff.
Oh, I'm up for that. We've had
Yeah,
too
no,
much.
exactly.
We've had too much of, the Master and the Cybermen every year with
Yeah.
Capaldi and well, the Daleks going to have to appear because of the
What-
contract.
What are the
Christmas
Cybermen
special.
gonna do next?
I'd love to, like I said, I'd love the Daleks in the Christmas special, or if just a flashback, like she remember, like you see her just like a flash of like an eye stalk, and then you're like,
Sontar.
oh, I want.
We
know, Connor, we know that you're desperate for a good Sontaran story. Ow, we all
Yeah,
are.
because it was on a video ages ago, and I thought, brilliant idea.
We need
They're not Strax. It's the good Sontarans.
we need good Sontaran. So
The
Ghost
good Sontarans.
Ghost Monument. I'm not even checking emails this week. I don't think we have any. Because
Right,
nobody
sorry.
likes us.
Sorry, guys.
Next week. Matt, I don't know if
Might
he's
be back, but
in-
I could still be here. You never know.
our Doctor Who correspondent, Rabias Mead.
Matt, if you're still listening to this,
You've been replaced.
rejected.
Rejected. We all,
Yeah.
we all talked about all that crap as well. Any films? I want to try and see our First Man before next week. About
First man.
yeah, about Neil Armstrong on the moon.
I see. Yeah.
See that?
Oh my God.
No, I don't want to go. But
David Hurt.
we have to go
R.I.P.
because this
One
episode's
day
long.
we shall come
It's gonna
It's nearly
take.
2.5 hours.
Oh yes.
George.
So
Good luck,
we are so sorry, you poor souls.
Good luck, Jodie.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah.
Yay! I really hope it's good.
Yes.
Bye.
Adios.
Me TARDIS!